Hey, what do you say? What do you say? Welcome to the tavern. To the tavern. We in here, man. We in here, man. We are Usyk Merrifield. Yes, copy link. Copy that. How's everyone doing? I just thought I'd go live for Chad, considering all this beef going on. And I'm not excluded. I'm not excluded, okay? I'm not saying I'm excluded from the beef. But, yeah, just wanted to see how everyone's going. And actually, I want to pin that fucking. I think that's right. Is that pinned? Is that comment fucking pinned? Shout out to Norris, the Don, the Drunk Irishman, Just Plays One. How are we all doing tonight, gentlemen? How are we doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Over. Can you hear Marvelous and the Thunder? Marvelous and the Thunder. We are live. We are in here, mate. We in here, mate. Yeah, look, there's a few topics I want to go over before we get this fucking show on the road. I just wanted to let everyone know that I think we've all got serious fucking issues with our online fucking social media addiction. I've got my hand up. I'm definitely fucking guilty. Definitely guilty of that. Here we go. We got.
How are we doing?
Can you hear me, brother?
Hello. Yeah, I got you, man.
How are you, mate?
I'm all right, mate. What are you up to? What's all going off now?
Oh, there's beef everywhere. You know what it's like. There's bloody beef everywhere on these fucking YouTube streets, bro.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, that Raider and Alonzo thing the other night. I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it?
Fucking hell, that was funny.
It's top shelf. It's all top shelf stuff, right? all top shelf stuff. Yeah. So, hey, did you hear? Devin Haney wants to fight Liam Paro.
No, I didn't hear that one. No.
Yeah, that Eddie Hearn's trying to make it. I think December the 11th, if I'm not mistaken.
September the 11th. Fucking hell.
No.
Was that not when the Twin Towers happened?
Yeah, that was the Twin Towers. That's actually my brother's birthday.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
No, December.
Where are you in car? Can you breaking up a bit, mate?
Yeah, I'm in my car, mate. I'm nearly where I'm nearly on the site.
That's the one, man. Where's Chad tonight? What's he up to?
Oh, who knows? I've just hijacked the tavern.
Well, it was either you or Brandon.
Yeah, well, I figured it might as well be me, you know. I figured, fuck it, you know. Can you hear me now, bro?
Keep your shirt on.
Yeah, the shirt's definitely staying on, Norris.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's no need for that to come off, mate.
Tell you what, I've really started to get that Mick Smith sense of humour. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a funny old cunt.
It took me about a year, but I've finally got it.
yeah, he's dry as a nun's nasty, but he's got a sense of humour, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm starting to find that very funny now. Yeah, he's funny, isn't he?
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah, so what's the crack then tonight? What's been going off? Did they kiss and make up that Raider and that Alonzo?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah. To be fair, he was naughty, that Alonzo, what he was saying.
Oh look, Alonso's always been a little bit like that, bro. I think Alonzo probably doesn't have much outside of fucking YouTube, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it come across that way a bit, yeah.
Yeah, so and I mean Raider's just a fucking good guy, mate. Raider's been around here.
Mate.
I've never had an issue with Alonzo up until now. I mean, because I didn't take his side with the drunk Irishman, he fucking wanted to have a few words to say about me, so I fucking let him have a few words of my own.
Well, it's just that this side, this community you lot are in, it's just ball breaking. It's just a joke. It's just a laugh. To take it like to an emotional level, like, you know what I mean? It's fucking mad, isn't it?
You, what's good, fellas?
Yeah, it is.
What,
It is.
what, what?
Lucky Dan, what's happening, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I just started listening to a piece of what happened with Raider and Alonzo yesterday.
What have I missed?
That shit is wild.
Oh, yeah, it was funny. Jeez, it was funny. Hey, can you hold it down for 5 seconds? I'll be back in 5. I just got to race in and see this bloke. I'll be 5 seconds.
Yeah, do what you
Wow.
need to do, mate.
Yeah, no problem.
Chad, what happened?
It was pretty funny, mate. Yeah, that Alonzo started doing all the victim claiming and saying that
Yeah.
giving it that Alonzo knocked about with child predators and stuff, and then when he was asked about it, he said, "No, you should know." He said that he was on PC. Well, how's that Alonzo meant to know that? You know, like he might have mentioned in a conversation at some point online. You know that the guy was. I understand. Listen, we all understand that someone who's on PC, it's not great, but there's more to the story than you can't just accuse the guy of a crime if you don't know. Was my point. But yeah, anyway, not that it matters.
Sorry, who's this? I don't think
That
I've seen you
Alonzo, he got
before.
a little bit emotional about it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's Rudder. Yeah, I don't know. Alonzo is I like Alonzo, to be honest. Like, me and
I've
him,
never
we
met
have
him. I've never
cool
seen him
conversations.
before.
Yeah, he's everywhere. But me and him, we can have cool conversations about music, boxing, women, whatever, sports. I don't get the whole internet beef shit, my nigga. Like, I
I'm
don't
with you,
get
bro.
why you're so invested in that. Just leave it alone. He'll
Well
die.
said. Well said. That was the point. Was he got proper
And
triggered and just couldn't leave it, and he was just
and
trying to
then
argue his way out of it rather than just go, "Yeah, it's what it is," and just forget about it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and then bro, Alonzo, like, I like
Usually,
you,
He
bro,
seems like
but
a
that
good
you
guy,
shit that
like.
happened, that shit where that happened, bro, that's a bad look. Okay,
Yeah,
because you were
that's
talking
it.
shit about Raider, and Raider said, "Yo, we could chop it up. You close by me." And you just turned it down. You said you didn't want no parts of it, and kept
Proper shit
talking shit about him.
himself.
Like, how the
Yo,
fuck you do
can
that?
you guys fill me in? What even happened here with Alonzo? I'm not aware.
So apparently,
Yeah, go ahead,
that
Rudder.
that Alonso, he was just sounding to me like he was just breaking balls, and at some point, he's obviously said on a chat something about that Alonso, and that Alonso took it a bit personal. So he started saying that one of the things he was using to like get to that raider was saying that he knocked around with like child, like not. He was saying, you know, there's only one reason you're on PC. I don't know who's YT or something. I don't
No,
know that.
he was saying that Ty was on PC, and basically Alonzo or Raider is hanging out with Ty, so he's a lame for
Oh,
hanging with
what?
Ty.
I know, yeah.
And then Raider called him on that shit and said, "Listen, homie, we live close by each other. We could
Where
chop it
you
up.
are,
We don't have to do it online." And Alonzo folded. I said, "No,
proper shit himself.
Alonzo, no, bro. I wanted my boy to stand on his shit, bro. That was not a good look."
Well, well, he kept going on and on and on, and I just put in the chat. I was like, "Listen, he's give you an option to sort it face to face. If you're that bothered, go and see him."
That's funny.
Yeah.
You didn't want to meet up. It's funny.
Nah, he wasn't up for meeting that raider.
Hey, North. I don't think I've seen you here before. When did you start coming by?
Chad always used to come into me. I used to do like bits of fucking.
I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right back. Go ahead, fellas.
Yeah, go for it, man. Chad used to come into one of our communities from the UK, and he'd just come in every now and again and have a chat with us. And then I just started watching this. But that last night, fucking hell, I was rolling around. I was crying with laughter. Yeah.
Yeah, it can get funnier. A lot of drama fucking goes on here, bro. A lot of
Yeah, I just
shit.
thought it was
So,
boxing, and then all of a sudden, Brandon's got his shirt off, shadow boxing.
oh, it's called a boxing channel, but probably like 5% of the stuff that goes on here is boxing. Like most of it's just drama, bullshit. Like
It's a good
I
laugh though.
yeah, it can be good entertainment for sure. But yeah,
Like
I haven't come around too often lately. But
the
um,
beauty of this channel and you guys is you don't take anything too seriously. I'm from a bit of a community in the UK. Like when I say from a community, we just used to sit and break balls ourselves. But
yeah,
it got a bit personal. People turning up at people's houses and
right. Oh, really? Wow.
spray painting houses. Fucking hell.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's no fun when it gets like that. But yeah, here it's super chill. You know, it's called the Tavern for a reason. It's like people just come around, shoot the shit. Super
yes,
chill. Like most panels or most channels, they got like a strict subject that everyone's got to talk to or everyone's got to talk about, and like people are timed like 30. This guy gets 30 seconds, and the next guy gets 30 seconds to talk. Like it's super chill here. Like anyone can go fucking
yeah,
talk about whatever, any topic. So yeah, it's chill. Definitely
yeah.
chill.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've
Mm.
been a bit down in the dumps recently, and that really, a bit of a midlife crisis, some may call it. But and I just watched that like the other night, and I was just pissing myself. I was supposed to be up for work in the morning. I was because I'm from the UK. It was like 3 in the morning. I was just laughing my head
That's
off.
funny. Yeah, it can help. No, it can definitely help improve the mood a bit. And yeah, for sure. No, it's a nice thing to have.
No, not. I feel a bit bad actually because I felt like I was laughing at that Alonzo's expense really, but I wasn't. He seems like a nice enough lad. Please, I'm not
Well,
not cool.
he can be a little silly. He's a good you can laugh at him every once in a while.
Where's Chad at? What's the crack?
I don't know.
Let's have a look in the chat. Who's in the chat? Where?
Oh,
Yeah,
look, someone dropped a link for me. Oh shit.
Bruce, big up man.
Game politics, like
Big
Oh,
up
okay.
Irishman.
He's putting the link here for me. 2:30.
bro. How does not anyone remember when the CTD fucking used to destroy that dude, man? There's literally videos on him. There was more.
Someone's dropping videos to Alonzo in the chat. Salute to Mendoza,
Yeah,
drunk
it was
Irishman.
it was funny that he just went off on one, and that raider. To be fair, that raider just boxed him off.
Yeah. No, you're in for a treat if you're have you only been coming here for a few days or a few weeks
No,
or
listen. I've been watching it for about. I've been watching you guys for about a year, but like
Oh,
I've been a bit down in the dumps. I just used to listen in a little bit, whereas trying to engage a bit more these days.
yeah, yeah, no, it's fun to come on the panel and chop it up. Yeah.
So what is?
I've been the same though. I used to come around a lot more. I used to come around probably once every couple of days and because there'd be a lot of there'd be a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, lately I've been pretty busy. I've only been coming on like probably once a week
Yeah,
or a couple times a week. But yeah, it's been there hasn't been too much boxing. That's the thing. Boxing's been pretty dead lately.
some
They're not
decent
dead,
stuff
but
coming up.
haven't been a lot of big fights.
Yeah, what are you having the Bivol Beterbiev?
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to that one.
Who you got?
Beterbiev knockout.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, yeah.
I reckon right. This is my take on it. Styles make fights, and I could be wrong because it's a bit of a 50-50, that isn't it?
It is.
I think Beterbiev may be on the tail end of his career, and I think Bivol will keep that fight long, and he's good enough to keep that fight long. You know what I mean? He can keep him at the end of the shot. So I
Yeah,
think
get the decision.
it might be a stinker, and Bivol might get the decision. But it
Mm.
depends if Beterbiev can close the range, and Bivol can't take that power. Like you say, it could be a knockout. It's one of them. It could end anyway, couldn't it? Really?
Yeah, yeah. No, I could see it going two ways. Like you said, I got either Bivol decision or Beterbiev knockout. But yeah, I think Beterbiev, they're about the same height, they're about the same size. So I think Beterbiev will be able to catch him.
Yeah,
early mid rounds. And yeah, I just don't think anyone can take that power. Beterbiev's just got a otherworldly level of power in his hands, and yeah, if he catches Bivol clean, I think he's done. But
yeah. I don't think Bivol's ever been.
Bivol's game plan, his game plan will definitely be to stay away though the whole time for sure. Stick the jab out, the straight shots, and stay out
They're
of
both
range.
half slow starters as well, aren't they? They don't really. Do you know what I mean? They like stick to a
Hmm.
pace, so it could be a bit of a stinker. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah,
Hmm. No, I think Beterbiev will make it exciting. I think it'll be a great fight,
yeah.
and I think
And
it's for undisputed too. So.
ooh, I've got a feeling though, Bivol, his thing is to make. He sets a pace that,
Hmm.
like, he forces you to stay at his pace. If you know what I mean, he's very good at it. You know, through range and all the rest of it. So if Bivol gets stuck, you know, in it, sorry, if Beterbiev gets stuck in that, I don't know. I've got a feeling he might win on points. That Bivol. That's sort of what my
Yeah,
gut's telling me. But you're right. Listen, that it could be it's a 50-50. That, yeah.
yeah. No, I could definitely see. I definitely see what you're saying, but I just don't think Bivol will be able to keep him off him. I think his pressure is. I think Beterbiev's pressure is just too much, and he's going to be able to land on him at some point. I think at the start, Bivol will be able to stay away, and yeah, like keep the fight at his pace, and have the fight go the way he wants. But I think yeah, eventually Beterbiev his it's just the pressure's going to get to him, and he'll start landing, and it'll be over. So
What weight are they doing now? Is it a super middle or something?
no, light heavyweight,
Is it like right? Okay, yeah.
175.
What that'll work in Beterbiev's favour, I reckon.
Uh yeah, yeah. But they're both like natural light heavyweights. Neither of them are big weight bullies. Neither of them like have a lot of trouble making the weight.
Yeah,
So they're not huge. They're both not huge for 175. So I like that. I don't like it when there's a fight and one guy is gonna come in weighing like 190 or 195 and the other guy will weigh like 180 something.
yeah.
I don't like it when there's a big disadvantage with the weight, But so it's good. Both guys are kind of natural at the weight, so it'll be pretty fair on that in that
There's
regard.
there's a lot we're saying that the undercard looks crap, but I think it looks all right.
I thought it looked pretty shit last I looked at it.
To be fair, because I'm from the UK, there's a few fight like there's a local lad fighting that
Who?
Jay Apataya. You know
Oh, I know Opataya. Opataya is good.
yeah, and he's fighting a lad who he used to go to a few gyms I went to and things when I was a kid called Jack Massey, and Jack Massey is, to be fair, he's not on that Opataya's level, but he's a test for anybody. He's hard
Oh
work.
yeah. Oh, so you actually know the guy, like you.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's cool. That's cool.
yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one. And what's another one on there that I was looking for? I think that's written in the stone, and it Shakur Stevens will just knock that cord. I don't know whether he'll knock him out, but he's a bit of a stink
Shakur
fest,
knocking
isn't he?
someone out. I don't know about
I
that.
know, yeah.
The guy's boring as fucking watching paint dry, man.
Yeah, he won't commit, will he? He's good enough. He's good enough too, but he just
He's got the skill, right? He's got some of the technical ability, but he just doesn't have the fight in him. He just doesn't have a chin. Like
yeah,
when he fought that one guy, he fought Edwin de los Santos,
yeah,
and in the first round, he caught Shakur with a good shot, and then for the rest of the fight, Shakur just ran away, like was just scared to get hit
yeah. He's
for
not
the
prepared.
entire fight. So I don't think he actually has that dog in him.
Yeah,
I think if he fought a guy even like if he fought a guy like Pitbull Cruz, I
yeah.
think Pitbull would actually get him out of there, unless like the ref is like trying to save him, as as it happens in most of his fights. But yeah, I think someone who
He's
can
good
actually
enough,
apply
isn't
the
he?
pressure.
He's good enough to just get away with it, like you say, and not have to dog it out. But at some point, he's going to come up against someone like you say that's going to force that out of him. And if he's
Exactly.
not prepared to throw down, he'll yeah. To
And
be fair though,
again, he doesn't
Mayweather
have the
spent half
fight
his
in him.
career
He
like
doesn't
that.
have that dog in him. He's kind of like that guy Jared Anderson who uh who just had a fight with Bacoli.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you
What's
watched
happened to
that
that
one.
Boots Ennis? Where's he gone?
I don't even know. I don't even pay attention to that guy. It's not.
Yeah, he just
Not worth my time.
not really do much, does he?
Yeah, yeah. No, he doesn't.
He should be ripping through, shouldn't he? Really, but
Oh yeah, apparently Fabio Wardley is fighting Fraser Clark.
yeah, that'll be a good one. Yeah, I'm having Wardley wins that.
Oh, you like Fabio Wardley?
Not really. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not an elite, but he's just ballsy. And that Fraser Clark, he's like stuck in that GB mentality sometimes. When you watch him, it's like, long jabs, slow starter, trying to, it's just
Right, right.
boring. Whereas Wardley's there for a scrap, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And that always, as a pro, it transfers better, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
I'm just having Wardley. He's just a bit more up for it. He can go up the gears a bit. And like I say, he's not an elite. I'm not making out the guys like elite or anything, but you get a few good scraps out of him.
Yep, yep. Definitely. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of those guys. I don't watch too much of that domestic sort of British scene, but yeah, I've seen a couple of his fights, and he's.
British shit. That's all it is, mate. Don't worry. You're not missing out on anything. Yeah.
Well, if
But
I was actually thinking of going to England someday, and I would actually like to see one of those small like domestic cards,
your call.
like for those what do they call it? Like that you have those local titles in,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
England there, like the
Yeah. There's the
um
British. There's the English. There's the
like the
there's
Midlands or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to see
yeah.
one of those cards if I ever go there. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, they are they're good because you get right good scraps from it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
to be fair, the standard in America is a lot better when you actually take, like, don't get me wrong, obviously I've got a bit of a love for British boxing, but when you actually take a step back and you watch one of them undercards on like an American bit of an American undercard, and you watch, and
Hmm.
the standard is really good of the boxing. But they're
Right.
not as ballsy. They don't seem as ballsy. They don't want to take as many risks. Like you say, Shakur Stevens type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and a lot of these guys are divas. Like they just want to come in for a paycheck, just to get some money. Like they don't actually have that dog in them. They don't actually have that grit, like to want to get in a tough fight. They just want to make some money.
Yeah,
And when you have that kind of mentality, it actually makes some of the fights worse to watch. Like when some guys like the Floyd Mayweather type shit, when they're just showing
they
up
go
for
into
a.
like sparring mode, don't they?
Hmm.
I remember watching, when they were all coming up, like Tank and Garcia, and I'd watch, as kids, I'd be watching them, and they just spar for round after round after round after round. And to be fair, the guys I've mentioned are pretty good on the night as well. But
I'm back.
hey, up, Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up,
Yeah.
Brandon? But I heard what y'all were talking about. Listen, when it comes to Chicago, and I hate to say it, but I have to agree with Friesen.
Hey there, Carl. I see you have the keys.
Hey,
You
Brandon.
what up, Brandon?
One of my BFFs in the tavern.
Go ahead, Marky Dan.
No, I agree with
And
you. He don't got the fight in him.
Yeah,
He's
Friesen?
afraid to get hit.
Hey, Brandon,
I
hang on,
think,
mate. They're talking. Remember what Chad said yesterday? No interrupting, bro. Just wait your turn, and then people will get to you. Right, mate? Just hang on. Keep going so people don't lose their train of thought.
yeah, Shakur don't got that fight in him. He does not have. To be honest, he got a lot of pretty boy in him. I've seen it all the way from back when he fought Nakatila, and the diva part. That is definitely true. This
Yeah.
motherfucker. Oh my God, he will go on a 3 hour Twitter rant where he's
oh
just
god,
going
Yep.
at
Yep.
people, even people that never said anything about him.
Yep.
Okay, that shows insecurity. I saw him in that De Los Santos fight in the corner, literally telling his grandfather, "Oh, why they booing me? Why they boo? They need to be booing him. He not engaged. Why are you worried about? Why are you
yeah,
worried
busy
about
and
that
yeah,
Yeah, he's
in
in
the
his head.
middle of the
Yeah, in his
fight?"
own head.
So no, I don't know what Shakur got to do. I don't know. I thought that that maturity would come when he had his first child, but nah, bro, it's just been getting worse. So I don't
Got
know.
worse.
He has all the tools to me to beat any fighter in the world. I think he could go up there. I'm not saying he would beat Boots, but I'm saying with his tools, he could give Boots a fight.
He could.
Especially
Yeah.
looking at that Kieran fight.
Yeah.
He's one of the most gifted fucking fighters in the world. But again, that mental part of it. Same thing with Jared. That mental fucking part of it.
They just
Yeah.
want
Jared
to
was
nick a
just a
win,
Fruit
don't they?
Loop.
Well,
Yeah, they just want to
I'd
nick a
say
win.
with
They
the
don't want
both
to
of
finish.
them, it's like you said, it's the mentality, like the mental side, but I think it's also their chins. I don't think these guys can actually take a punch. Like you said, they got the technical side, they got the skills, they got they could box,
God
right?
given athleticism,
But
reflexes,
yeah,
all that.
At the end of the day, it is a fight, isn't it? They forget that. They think it's
Well,
like,
you
all
know
oh,
what?
all the natural skill, right? They got, but yeah, it's the heart they don't have, and I think it's the chin too. I think a lot of these guys at heart, they're just divas. They want money, and when you're not when you're just fighting for money, and you're not fighting to actually, because you actually want to win. Then
well,
yeah, it changes how you actually fight, and yeah,
they've got that
so I think you're
silver
definitely
charm
right.
thing going before they've even fucking done any good. At least Mayweather, we got the early part of his career, we got a bit of
Yeah,
pretty boy footage.
yeah.
Whereas the
Yeah.
end was a bit fucking boring, but the beginning was very exciting. I'm waiting for the exciting bit with a lot of these.
Well, the same thing can be said about fucking Canelo, mate. Look how
Yeah,
Canelo's moving now.
yeah.
You know, the
That's not we're
so-called
giving
fake.
that Bivol too much credit because of what he did to Canelo. Well, I'm looking at what he did to Canelo, and I think
I,
a lot of people would have done that to Canelo. He just shit out, didn't he? Just sat on the ropes.
but the thing about it is, even the back part, just to me, I thought the back part of Floyd's career was exciting. Maybe not because like he didn't fight Manny when he was, but they didn't fight each other when they were supposed to, and that's a tragedy.
And
But to me, the fucking Cotto fight, the Mosley fight, both the Maidana fights, those are some of
Yeah,
my favorite fights to rewatch,
So I
hands
yeah.
speak
down.
now.
I get what you're saying though. I totally get
It
what you're
weren't
saying
pretty boy
about his
though, was
style.
it? It weren't the Gatti beatdown. It weren't the. Do you know what I mean? When you look back at his early career, obviously I think he had problems with his hands, and he knew that he understood that I can't mix it up with these younger lads like sitting there banging
Yeah.
away. And he had the talent to float around the ring, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So he
all
saved
right, well
himself for now
let's
his
let Brandon
his exhibition career.
let's let Brandon come in. How you going, Brandon? What if there was 1,000 Norrises on the panel?
I'm only here about what McSmith said to me last night.
Oh
Oh,
God.
what did he say?
He wanted me to McSmith wanted me to go naked.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about him, Brandon. Don't worry about McSmith.
My channel got struck last week.
Yep,
By what?
I've had the
I got struck
straight follow.
last week.
That's terrible, Brandon. That's terrible.
What was it? What was it from playing a cartoon or something, Brandon?
A Speedy Gonzalez one. It's been there for nearly a year.
What?
Fucking
And then they
Zingo
struck
on
you?
the road.
Well, I
I
think
just,
then you probably got a pretty good appeal, Brandon. If they had it up there for a year.
Had on my channel for a year.
Have you ever tried to monetize, Brandon? Because sometimes if you try and monetize stuff like that, you can get in trouble.
I'll get terminated immediately.
Yeah.
No, I think
Damn
it's
it.
just a
Terminated.
problem that he's playing Warner Bros stuff. Period.
Brandon, did you hear Alonzo going at Raider yesterday?
Yes.
That was naughty, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think Alonzo's mum has told him he's not allowed on the internet anymore. I think Alonzo's internet got taken off him.
McSmith's to get. I did block them before, and I lost like 20 subs.
Yeah. McSmith's got a bit of a cult following.
He wanted me to go naked last night.
I know, you've said that already.
Just because he wants it, Brandon, don't mean you have to do it.
Yeah, Brandon.
Brandon, if I told you to jump off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff?
Absolutely not.
Well, don't worry about what McSmith says. Don't worry about what. Hey, mark it down. Did you hear Liam Paro and Devin Haney are in talks for December the 11th?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, in Australia.
Boom.
Damn. So Dev going back to where it all started. Going
Yeah,
back to where he became undisputed.
yep. Come back
Damn.
down under. I think Liam Paro's a different animal, bro.
Yeah, I would agree. I gotta I gotta give Paro his respect. He fought a great fucking fight against Matias, and outboxed him
Well,
a lot of those
he's
early rounds.
got one thing Cambosis doesn't have, bro, and that's footwork.
That's a fact. That's a
So,
fact.
and he's done a lot of sparring with Shakur and Devin. He's done over 80 rounds with them. So,
Yeah, so he has that pedigree to go along with it. So I think it
yeah.
should be an interesting fight. But if Dev is back, and if Dev is the Dev that I know, I'm hoping he wins. Hoping. But I don't know how this whole situation has fucked him up in his head. Like, he got cheated, and then the entire world treated him like he did something wrong. While this
Yeah, but
motherfucker
he
Ryan
carried
Garcia is over here.
it on like a little bitch, bro. Come on, he wasn't.
He
What'd
didn't
you
get
say,
carried
cheated,
on.
Marky, bro. Devin cheated you, bro,
How he cheated me?
because he didn't give the best version of himself, bro. That's that. He lost more for that reason than fucking for any other reason, bro.
Yeah,
That
that's
felt
what
like
I
shit,
think.
man.
Yeah,
I mean that no. Listen, that's fair. If you felt like the drugs did not have an effect on Ryan Garcia, if you feel like it was a technical flaw in Dev, which I can agree, because he got hit with a left hook early and was getting hit after that. But still, I don't believe that I can look at this motherfucker Ryan Garcia the same ever again after he comes in 3 pounds overweight and was doing drugs. That's just
I
how I
agree.
feel. Hold on. That's how I feel about Ryan. I was just saying that from Dev's perspective, you'd be fucked up in your head if something like that happened and everybody treated you like you were the fucking bad guy. That shit is
What?
crazy to me.
Why would he clear? Why would he pass every drug test except up the one on the day? Why would he pass every drug test
I don't fucking
except
know.
the
Ask
one on the
Ryan
day?
Garcia. Why are you asking me? Ryan
I
said
don't
he
know.
took drugs.
Marky,
Ryan
all
said he
I'm
took
saying,
drugs out his own mouth.
if you think the drugs had an effect on the fight in any way, cool, whatever, man. I'll give you that. Cool. All I'm saying is that, like, Devin cheated his fans and himself. That he fought not how he normally fights. Like, he fought like he had power. Like, bro, he fought a bit delusional in there. All I'm saying is that drugs or not, in the past, there's been motherfuckers been on drugs and they still win because they fight
Hey,
within
I got a
themselves.
question. I
You
got
know
a
what I'm
Everyone's
saying?
question
on
for Marky
drugs.
You know what I'm saying?
Dan.
That's all I'm saying, Marky. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Marky Dan, I got a
And I hear what.
question.
Go ahead.
What do you think? What do you think snack is?
That's Victor Conti's motherfucking supplement company shit.
And what is Victor Conte notorious for?
Drugs.
And what is Devin Haney? What company is Devin Haney associated with?
Snack.
Okay, so why are we gonna say that? Why are we gonna nitpick and complain about Ryan Garcia taking illegal supplements when it's clearly obvious that Devin Haney
Be-
is taking illegal
Everyone takes.
substances with
because
Snack?
Ryan Garcia actually tested positive for
Yeah,
drugs.
but
If
we
you had
still
a
know that Devin Haney's doing the same. So why does it matter?
well,
Just
like I
because he
said,
got
if
caught, just
Ryan
because
that
he
if
got
Ryan
caught doesn't mean he's the only one doing it.
no, and that's a fact. I think there's a lot of people that are currently doing
Well, Haney
drugs.
I
was
think
so if
everyone
they
is, aren't
both
they?
were
Oh,
if Haney and Garcia were both doing PEDs in the lead up to that fight, then why are we only gonna call out Garcia when Haney was doing the same thing?
because we don't know that he was doing anything. He didn't test
Looks.
So,
positive.
so we're
It
just gonna
looked to
plead. We're
me.
just gonna
You
be
just
ignorant.
no
We're
no
just
no.
gonna
You're
play
just
dumb and be
assuming.
ignorant and
Hold
say,
on. You're just assuming that he has drugs in his system because he's associated with Victor Conti.
yeah,
You're just
he
making a
pays
jump
Snack to be a part of his camp. That means that he's using Snack services, which is steroids. So it's pretty obvious that he's doing it. So why are we? What's the double
I don't
standard?
think
You look at the fight though. Take the drugs out of it. And I get where you're coming from. You know, if one person's tested positive for drugs, I get it. But you've got to understand, I mean, I'm sure you do, to be a pro boxer, at some point, every one of them's took something. I believe so, anyway. Anyone I've ever met who was a pro boxer, they've always had a bit of a weight stripper or this or the other. This
I
classes.
agree.
No, I think any
Fucking
pro
right.
athlete at that level has took
Diuretic,
something.
a diuretic, or who fucking knows? Anything. You're dead right, Norris.
And
I don't think
also,
that's not fucking guilty of it. Sorry, bro.
sorry. And if you actually look at the fight, Devin Haney had an off night, definitely, 100%. You can't look at that fight, and if you watch it back, I watched it the other night actually, and I was like, Devin Haney had a bad night. He didn't look good. He didn't look right, and it's now to do with Ryan Garcia looking extremely good because he was on steroids. It just looked like he had a bit of an off night.
And to be honest, Ryan fought a trash fight as well. Like I didn't think he fought to the best.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the no trolling, no nothing. The drug debate, the PD debate in boxing, bro, it's a silly one to have because at the end of the day, bro, like nobody actually like the facts as they're presented to us, they twist it. You know, every fan's gonna twist it to how they want to see. So you just take the drugs out of it, bro. I mean, they both had trash performances, and Devin didn't fight the right game plan, especially with a guy with hand speed like that, bro. I mean, come on.
He looked like he shit himself.
No.
A couple of shots landed, and he didn't want to know.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
No, and Alonzo, I agree with you 1,000%.
Where Alonzo at?
Me
Alonzo
personally,
Alonzo in here.
Well, no, not 1,000%. Oh yeah, my bad, Pearl,
Yeah, bro. Like, yo.
Pearl.
I'm like,
Hey, yo,
fuck you,
no
Mark.
Diddy.
No, let's go, Mark. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I'm just fucking around. Go ahead.
No, I agree. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Dev went in there and fought a fucked up fight. I agree with you. He should not have been coming forward and fighting like he was the puncher. And in part of that, he lost the mental warfare part of the fight because he
I
let
believe that, yeah.
everybody get to his head. He let Ryan get to his head with that whole stand in the middle of the ring shit. That was just
And not only that, Mark, again, the problem with Devin was beaten before he got to the fight, bro. He was in all the press conferences where Ryan was playing a clown and drinking beer, and then Devin goes, I don't even know if this dude's going to turn up to the fight. And that was the mentality that Devin had going into that fight. He
and
didn't
it
think.
worked.
And Ryan
To be
trolled the
honest,
fuck
we
out
all
of him.
fell for
He
that
wasn't
shit.
expecting.
We all fell for it. Everybody fell for it.
100%.
I did. I fell for it.
No, and I
Everybody fell.
regardless of how I felt about Ryan or the drugs, I have to give him props on that. Because he made his game plan fucking worked. It got Dev to fight a fight he's never fought before. And that left him open for that left hook. So no, you gotta give him props on that.
But what I will say as well, I mean,
go ahead, Norris. My bad.
sorry, man. If you
No,
look
you got
back
it,
in
go.
history, that left hook that Ryan Garcia landed and then few shots that he landed, you know, proper super champions, they'd have took them on the chin and just kept walking forward. That Devin Haney, it was like he'd like run out of steam, and he'd like, oh shit, he'd like checkmated himself real quick, like he wasn't expecting a fight. Like you say, like his mental state was, I'm going to go in, I'm going to blow this guy out, blow this guy away. He's a drug addict bum, but that's not how it went. And he didn't have a backup plan. He couldn't go through the gears, and that's on him. That's on no one else. That's not on, you know, maybe a milligram of whatever in someone's system. That's just on Devin Haney not turning up with the right game plan.
And you know what makes the worse for go ahead, Carl.
Now you're up, bro. You go. I'll get after you, bro.
Cool. Just real quick. And what makes it a little worse for Devin, like Ryan got so much in his head, like it's not like Devin, like okay, this is a fight that like kind of was built up like recently. Devin and Ryan known each other since they were kids. They fought 6 times in the amateurs. Devin knows damn well what Ryan's capable of. So like literally, he should have been like, okay, even if this guy's at 50%, like literally, like I know what this guy can do. You get what I'm saying? Like so. At the end of the day, like even throughout the fight, it should have been like, fuck, okay, let's. I'm fucking up. You know, let's do something different.
Yeah, no, I was dead confused. I thought you're an elite fighter, proper elite. You've been doing it since you were a kid. You've seen this guy 6 times, 7 times, sparred with him, God knows how many times. Surely you're I mean, all he's got that Garcia is a left hook, innit?
No, but I think what happened to Dev is, well, first off, after the first Well, no, yeah. After he got hurt the first time, I don't really think Dev ever really recovered. Because I
Yeah,
thought his legs were wobbling, and a lot of times what he was just doing is he would just 1-2 and then throw himself into the clinch. That's what he was doing again and again. And there was no variety to that shit. And eventually Ryan caught on to that shit and caught him in what was it? It was the 10th round. And boom, Dev was out of gas at that point. There was
yeah.
nothing left in him.
He had him
Is it
mentally.
just me or is Marky breaking up?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you all right, mate.
It might be me.
Well,
Yeah,
you're breaking up to me, Carl.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot,
Right.
a little bit.
It's that down under Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Fucking kangaroo Wi-Fi.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi's all fucked up.
Yeah, up and fucking down, up and down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but what I wanted to say was, Puro, I remember talking to you before the fight, and you were the only one that was saying that Ryan was trolling. Everyone fell for it. I fell for it. Chad fell. We all fell for it.
But wasn't it obvious though, Carl? Like literally, he's never what he did in this build-up. I mean, he kind of did a little bit during the tank fight, but especially in this build-up, he's never ever fucking done, bruh.
No,
Nah.
Pearl. No,
He's
but Pearl,
never
I
been
don't
on this
think that
energy, bro. He's never been on this energy.
No,
I'd have
but
took
Pearl,
that bet with
Right.
anybody.
no, but Pearl, I don't think that
Yo.
shit was trolling. I think that he legitimately was having a fucked up time in his head. Like,
Which
And
is
that-
hard to
it could've
face
been
if you think
Oh,
about
I'm
it.
sorry, go ahead, bro.
y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying. No, I don't think that was him trolling or acting. Like he's genuinely fucked up in the head. Like I think he just decided to go to rehab the other day after he broke into his ex-wife's home and destroyed everything.
That Fury thing, innit? They don't know what they're
bullshit.
gonna do.
I think it's bullshit.
Okay,
I think it was bullshit too.
I think it's all bullshit, bro. Because like literally now he's like fucking on this guy that like I've seen the videos and like literally these guys all they do is like do the craziest shit and make money off of YouTube. I think his name is like fucking Fauzi or some shit. Like these guys are like literally clickbaity clowns. And like Ryan's now doing like fucking content with these guys, bro. Like I think he's just fucking like literally like fucking. He's just like literally he's just changing his persona, like his like
yeah, he's turning into a pranker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he's just trying to like
let me
do something
prank
different,
my
bro.
ex-wife. Let me prank my ex-wife by destroying every fucking thing in this house that I paid for. God damn it. Okay, she got it through the goddamn divorce settlement. The fuck shouldn't I destroy everything in this bitch? But it's
But
a
it makes
prank,
sense
guys.
though,
It's a
because
prank.
like I mean, you got to be out of your mind to fucking deal with some of these YouTube fucking lunatics.
All right, my experience when it comes to YouTube lunatics, they're either just batshit crazy or they're fucking miserable. It's one of the two. And I think Ryan is miserable and batshit crazy.
Whatever the reason
Or at
is,
least
he
he
didn't
was
do
at
it
the time.
before, bro. He didn't do it before.
All I know is that
Something different. Something different.
they can take the victory of Ryan all they want, but my eyes can't unsee what they seen, man. And Devin got his fucking ass handed to him.
Man, and it was
Yeah, it
so
happens, bro.
many
It fucking
people who
happens.
wanted that ass whooping for such a long time. God
He
damn,
could
man,
take
that
his
shit hurt
daddy
my
for
soul
that.
to death.
Marky, he could thank Bill Haney for that.
He can.
He could thank
Bill
Bill Haney
like
because
to run
Devin
his
doesn't
fucking
really.
mouth.
He'll troll every now and then, but Devin don't really say nothing, bro. Like fucking people wanted him to lose because Bill, bro. People want to lose because of Bill.
Big mouth, that Bill, hasn't he? What a mouth he's got on him.
Yeah. And from all
Hey, you
the way
know
back in
what?
the day, everybody's ducking his son. And nah, I'm not gonna lie. At 135, it was a couple motherfuckers that was avoiding him. But everybody ain't ducking your son. He even made the whole duck family poster and put it out there. They even had Robert Easter on that shit. It's like, Bill, shut the fuck up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Let your son do the
Delusional.
talking. Let him be up front. I get tired of seeing this nigga always talking.
You know what else?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. What I found weird for the Haneys was how he went from Kambosos as undisputed to Lomachenko defended his belts. Then he went to Regis Prograis and got a belt at 140, and then he fought Ryan Garcia, and I thought that's a bit weird. The guy that just is all about legacy is now going for a money grab.
Yeah.
I thought this is a very strange move by Devin. and it could backfire and bite him in the ass.
Yep.
Lo and behold,
In that
look
aspect,
what
I didn't think
happened.
it was strange
No,
at all.
but
I didn't
the
think it was strange at
problem
all.
with it is because there was a lot of pressure on him from Tank and Tank's fans and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not a draw. So in his head, okay, I'm gonna fight Ryan. It's gonna do some type of pay-per-view numbers, probably over 500,000. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Boom, I got this. I could bring it to the table. I got the Loma pay-per-view. Now I got the Ryan pay-per-view. What you gonna say now? And like you said, it bit him in his ass. He should have left that corny motherfucker alone.
Yeah.
And
Should have
that's the
just
thing,
left him
Marky.
where he
All that
found
would have
him.
worked if he would have won. Since he lost, it backfired. Every
Yeah,
single thing
it
backfired.
backfired terribly.
Yeah.
And even if
He
they
needed to
rematched,
win. He needed to win.
even if they
Right.
rematched, and he'd have to knock him out cold, which I can't
Yeah.
see him doing. I think that Garcia's, to be honest, I think that Ryan Garcia's got his number. Probably from the amateur days, maybe. I don't know.
You know, like the corny saying or the cliche saying is styles make fights, bro. I mean, like there's always a style that it's just like, you know, you're not gonna look.
You know
I mean, like,
that-
bro, like you know how
The
fast
same like-
fucking Ryan hits, bro. Like literally, like
Yeah.
everybody forgets. Everybody thinks he's a TikTok fighter, but everybody forgets that Ryan is like has a fucking 15-time national amateur champion. Fucking his record
Fuck
is
you,
like
fam.
221 wins and like 16 losses, bro. Like these motherfuckers forget he knows how to box.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
is
exactly.
he is a weirdo, which I know sounds a bit silly, but like that Devin Haney is very calculated. Whereas, like you say, that Garcia's a weirdo, and he's just a dead odd lad. And that they're usually the lads that can do it on the night. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this. I think all this new crop of American fighters, and I'm gonna just say just Americans, but the Americans that are like on social media and like literally fight more online than they do in the ring. To me, they're all weirdos, bro. Shakur, Devin, Ryan, Tank.
Yeah.
They're the way they promote themselves. It's like something I'm not used to. So
Tank
maybe I
don't
think they're
be on there
weirdos.
that much.
Yeah,
Tank
well,
really
Tank's
don't.
He's
different.
starting to be on there a lot more, bro. I mean, yeah.
No,
Trust me, 'cause
Tank
Tank's
only
my
get on
favorite fighter.
social
Tank and
media
Ryan, they're
when he
my
got a
favorite
fight
fighters
pro.
right now.
I'll
But
tell you, we've
trust
got
me, man,
coming
like-
up though, which is a breath of
Oh,
fresh air.
Yo.
That what's he call that? Cool
Abdullah?
Moton or whatever they call him. You know
Yeah,
Camel.
yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's a breath of fresh air.
Man, Norris, let
Too
me
early
tell
for
you
me.
something. Let me
Too
tell
early.
you something. It's two motherfuckers I see in this game right now. Abdullah Mason and Carmel Moton.
Yeah.
All they need is experience. They
Yeah.
got everything else. Well, maybe some maturity, especially with Carmel, because he's like 18, 17. But they got everything else. They
He
got
just
all the
keeps his gob
tools.
shut
They
and
got the
puts them to bed, doesn't he?
reflexes. What you say?
I'll tell you what, some of these 5 gold medalists out of Uzbekistan, if they turn pro, man, fucking look out.
Nah, if Iman Khalif turned pro, look out. That bitch is beating everybody up. Oh, my God.
I like
Did
Abdullah. Go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick. I like Abdullah. Carmel Moton is still too early. Like the fight he just had in Mexico, bro. Like I don't know why people are so hyping that fight up so much. Like I mean,
Yeah.
people just clearly see it was a guy that hadn't fought in what since 2018. Yeah, he had only had one loss, but like literally, it was a showcase fight. It was literally to
He stood on
to show
2
him
weeks'
to a
notice,
different
bro.
fan base. You know, like it was just you know, he took an opportunity to expand his fan base, get some work in. But at the end of the day, bro, that fight lasted 30 seconds, bro. How can you tell how good he is versus that opponent? And it was only there for 30 seconds. Come on.
I mean,
You know what
no,
what
you're
he's doing?
absolutely right. He outclassed him, bro.
You know what he's doing, man? He's doing what a good pro.
He landed a shot and the guy went down. Outclassing him is like,
No,
fuck, bro. Like, oh yeah, look at this.
Class him, you know,
that
honestly.
dude was outclassed. That's what I meant to say.
He obliterated him, yeah. But you're supposed to do that with a fucking fight. Like that guy
That's
is not
it.
a boxer. Like he's a retired boxer. He fought a retired boxer, bro.
What I will say about that,
it's too early. It's too early. I'm just saying it's too early.
that Moton lad, he I watched him like in the gym, you know, like I'm sure you guys have as well, you know, coming up through the gyms. I watch him sparring anybody, and he's just, I tell you what, he is fire him, you know, he's like, you're talking about a load of dogs all put together, and there's always a top dog, you know, and he is the top dog. There's a reason why they're all over him, because he is mega, you know what I mean? I don't know whether he can transfer that, what he's doing in the gym, as a pro boxer against the elites, but if he can, fucking hell, he's exciting him.
You know what he's doing, bro? I'll tell you what he's doing. He's doing what a prospect should do, and he's looking good. But
Yeah.
you can't get a gauge on him. You can't get an eye test on him until he goes in there against a gatekeeper or a former champion or someone that's been there and done it and
But
It's
at this
just
stage,
a
yeah,
different
he's
class
well,
of
well, we
opponent.
know
It's a different class of
one thing for
opponent. That's
sure.
all.
We know one thing for sure. He's not gonna run from a fight like Shakur. We saw
No,
that against the other boy.
No,
He went
no,
to war
no.
with that motherfucker.
he is a dog. Him.
Yeah.
No. He's going to be entertaining, But at the end of the day, once he gets to a level where you're like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on him. It's like Abdullah Mason. Abdullah is still at a level where he's like literally a couple levels above his competition, and that's cool because
I say Ben Whitaker. Look at Ben Whitaker.
he's getting that experience.
I reckon
But
he
once
looks
he takes
better.
that step up, and then he
I reckon he
passes
looks
the
better
step
now
up, Yeah.
than Tank did at that stage in his career. When you watch Tank when he was a young lad, I mean, don't get me wrong, Tank was mega. Please don't get me wrong, but he's just got a bit. He's just a bit more in. He's a bit more special, I think, than Tank. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Time will tell, won't it?
I disagree because maybe I'm too biased on Tank's side, but
Yeah, I
of
love
his
Tank.
current
Don't get me
crop,
wrong.
Ryan and Tank are the ones that like caught my eye and that Ryan hasn't proven it on the championship level, obviously, but literally Tank is definitely the one that I've seen coming up other than the ones that we already know that okay, this guy's there ain't nobody like that.
Puro's got a tank in his iron tattoo, bro. That's how much he loves Tank and Ryan. Puro's got that.
No, yeah, I know I'm a Tank fan. Yeah, I know I'm a Tank fan.
He is amazing. He's amazing.
No, he is. But what's disappointing about him is that the criticism is he hasn't fought his other contemporaries other than Ryan. He's got to fight these other dudes. If not, he's going to be a what it.
He's a bit of a throwback, isn't he? You can throw, all these fast hands and this, that, and the other. You can win a round, you can win 2 rounds, but the problem you've got with Tank is all he's got to do is touch you. Do you know what I mean? He's got that coordination as you're coming in and you're out. That's it.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I think Tank sets the best traps in boxing today. I don't think there's a better trap setter than Tank. I think he can lure you in to think that he's hurt. Like he did with Buckley. Yeah. He'll lure you in to think he's hurt and then fucking bang. He's just got the equalizer.
He sets the pace that's dead slow and you get used to the pace and he lets you tee off and he lets you do your thing and then all of a sudden, like you say, bang. Double power as you're coming in.
My favorite trap setter in boxing, though, Carl, it's a Nui. But I hear what you're saying about Tank.
Yeah, no, facts.
Because Tank will sit back and wait. He's one of the most patient fighters I've ever seen. He don't care if it's a boring ass fight and there's no punches being exchanged. He's just waiting for that moment where he's studying you. He's studying your style. He's studying how you like to throw your jab. And then boom.
And if you're into boxing, it's very exciting.
You
know what he's doing.
I think it's very simple. Exactly. Out of all these hype jobs, he actually can box. He's a complete fighter. He hasn't shown it at the elite level yet. But all these other dudes, bro, that they say that they're this or that. No, these motherfuckers aren't that, bro. Tank is the only one I see out of these young crop.
He's got that game changer. That's the biggie, isn't it?
He's got the game changer. He knows how to defend himself. He has proper footwork. Bro, he has fundamentals down pat. There's no glaring weakness in his game.
Yeah, but I would have to disagree with that, and we could talk about it, but I disagree with that. So if you go on about who has the most manufactured resume of all the apparently top 10 guys in boxing, because Tank is regularly named the top 10 fighter in boxing. It is what it is by the consensus. So out of all of them, Tank has the worst resume. He has the most manufactured resume. And I said this a year ago. I mean, I've been saying this for years, that the Isaac Cruz first of all, Isaac Cruz was one of the most overrated boxers today. I've been on multiple panels saying this, and I was proven right when Ryle schooled him. Meanwhile, Tank had his toughest fight. Wait, hold on. Tank had a draw. Tank had a good fight. I mean, wait. Tank had a draw with Isaac Cruz now. And all I'm saying is, listen, don't be fooled. Most of Tank's knockouts come from guys that were dehydrated, or small guys moving up, or situations like Frank Martin, a guy who started boxing at 19 years old or 18 years old, only had 8 years of experience. Really, 8. Come on now, you can't be fooled by this. The guy by no means is a complete fighter, or is he the best trap setter in boxing? I mean, you're leaving out Canelo Alvarez. Hold up. You're leaving out Canelo Alvarez. You're leaving out Terrence Crawford. Guys that have knocked out top competition.
Oh yeah, Crawford
on a regular basis, or in a way too, right? Now,
what I will say,
that's not even the topic of discussion right now, Los.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Who wins?
Who wins right now? I wasn't even talking about resume.
Tank.
No, but that's the question, I know we're not talking about resume, but I'm just saying.
Like on the hype end, that's literally what the knock is on Tank. No. I was talking about skill. I was on a complete fight.
But that matters too, because you show your skill against low opposition.
I agree with the resume thing. I agree with the resume thing, but ask yourself the question: if Tank Garcia got in the ring right now, who wins? Tank.
If they got in the ring right now, yeah, I would go with Tank. But
do you know what I mean? That's all we're saying.
Wait.
Probably the best at that weight, isn't he?
Wait. You mean Ryan? Wait.
Resume, but
wait. You mean Ryan Garcia or Teo? Ryan or Teo?
Teo.
Oh, Teo. Oh, Teo and Tank. Okay.
That's a close fight.
It is. It's a really close fight.
And I think I really rate Teo
because you don't know what Teo you're gonna get.
And I think I'm gonna go with Teo that fight, because I've seen lesser opposition outbox Tank for a lot of rounds, but get caught eventually. I think Teo knows. This is the thing about Teo. He knows how to win close fights. He's been in enough close fights. People criticize him for it, but I look at it as a positive sometimes, where I'm like, this guy knows how to squeeze out rounds. He's done it with Loma. He's done it with the other fighters. So he has that pedigree in close fights. Tank doesn't have that. He relies on his power too much.
He didn't do that with Cambyses.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, it's boxing.
Style, I suppose, isn't it?
Oh, hold up. So you box. So listen, it's boxing. You're gonna lose some fucking fights. It is what it is. You know, Tank hasn't been in those fucking. I mean, Tank arguably lost against Isaac Cruz. A guy that got schooled by fucking Ryo. I mean, come on now. I mean. Let's be honest, okay? Let's keep an open mind.
But he didn't.
But we've seen Teo against two southpaws now, two guys that like to fight off the back foot, Port, and he struggles. So I think Tank will walk him into some shit.
But Teo, but hold up, Tank is not going to fight off the back foot against Teo because he has a shorter reach. Teo can score points from mid distance or even on the outside because he has a longer reach. So he's going to have the advantage on who can land the pot shotting and the long distance shots, the jabs, etc. I mean, you only fight on the distance if you have a reach advantage, or at least you have the same reach at least. But Teo's the bigger guy, so Tank would have to come in to land his shots, and that's where I'm like, Tank to me doesn't have creativity when it comes forward. If you watch his
my
fights,
theory on that is Teo jumps in on Tank,
Barrios,
he gets knocked out.
See, like you see it though, right? Like, wait, okay. First of all, Mario Barrios is kidding me. Okay, second of all, Teo. Wait, hold up. Teo actually does his best when you come to him, and Tank's gonna have to come to Teo. He's the bigger guy. Because if Tank doesn't, Teo's gonna just score shots on the outside. Tank has to come in.
We know that Tank won't do that though. He's very patient. And
he's not going to. But okay. First of all, if he doesn't do that, he's not going to score much. He just isn't.
He's not bothered. Score much though.
He's not bothered. He wants to knock him out.
Oh, again, if you want to play the long game, I don't think it's going to work this time against Teo. It might work against guys.
You just straight up don't think Tank could beat Teo. And
no, he could. No, I mean, no. Listen,
you don't favor him.
Hold up, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he beats Teo. I'm just saying, I'm giving out an argument for Teo, but I mean, it can go both ways. That's why when you asked me, I was like, I don't know, but I would edge it to Teo. But it's a good fight.
One thing I did Teo, I've never seen Teo hurt. I've never seen Teo.
I watched them spar as well. Have you seen that video of them both sparring when they were kids?
I've seen the video of Ryo knocking him out and sparring.
Well, Tank struggled with the speed of Teo, but as a pro, it's a different thing, and he's coming to a bit of a groove, Tank, I think, where he just really knows how to connect. As you're coming in, and Teofimo, he jumps in with shots, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, also, Teo was
he struggled
15?
with the speed of Ryan, but what happened in that fight?
Yeah.
But what Teal was 15 in that sparring, right? I'm just I know it's just sparring, but still.
I'm just talking a bit of shit, but it happened. At the end of the day, sparring don't mean a fucking thing. At the end of the day, that fight with Tank and Teo, either one could win because I've seen the best version of both fighters and they're really good fighters. But the difference is to me is that with Teo, you don't know what version you're gonna get. I know especially now, I know what version of Tank I'm gonna get every single time.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that because
he won't fight off the back foot. To me, I don't think you can make that because I think Tank has already shown he'll fight the way he'll fight in the style it needs to win. He showed that in the Pitbull Cruz fight.
Yeah, but Pitbull Cruz is shorter, so in order for Pitbull Cruz to land anything, Pitbull need to come forward. Whereas Teo has the reach advantage, he's a taller fighter, so he can score on the outside. So Teo can score on the outside. So that means Tank has to come in order to score his own points. So that's going to make Tank be the aggressor in a lot of areas. I do know there will be some instances where Teo would be the aggressor, but it's not going to be like the majority of the fight where Tank's on the back foot. I just don't really see that, to be honest. I think Teo, to me, is very athletic, and he knows how to score his shots from long distance, and I'm sure he'll keep it that way. And like I said, Teo does his best work when you come to him. He's a natural counter puncher. He's very explosive. He's kind of like Canelo. I mean, I'm not saying they're completely the same, but they have like the same strengths and the same flaws.
He gets giddy, Teo. He wants to. Teo gets giddy, and when he feels like he's doing well, he pours it on, and we all know that, which is great about him. That's what I like to watch him. But with Tank, that could be his undoing. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah.
If he starts pouring it on, 5-6 shot combos while Tank's on the ropes, it could be good night for him because that's what he does, doesn't he? He's like a snake, sits there, waits, like a cobra, and bang, you're out. And there's not a lot you can do about it. Teofimo's never really been rocked or shook or anything, I agree, but when Tank hits you, you stay it, to be fair.
Yeah, but I don't put too much emphasis on Tank's power because it has asterisk to it. His biggest knockouts, all the guys were... Yeah, there was.
What?
Okay, yeah, if I can talk, you can let me talk.
No, I don't, bro. I asked what, and I shut the fuck up. Go.
Okay, so the biggest asterisks are the biggest names he's knocked out have been dehydrated. I mean, Mario Barrios was dehydrated. Ryan Garcia was dehydrated. Even Rolly implied. Again, I don't know if you can take Rolly's word because he was a bit of a troll, but even he said he was dehydrated.
Yeah, but don't fight that weight then.
Ryan and Mario was dehydrated. No, hold up. I said his biggest name. So look, the reason why we hold Tank's power.
I said asterisk, by the way, just to let you know.
Okay, so the reason why we hold Tank's power to such a high regard isn't his knockouts with Cruz and Frank Martin. People go crazy over Tank's power because of his knockouts with Barrios and Ryan because they were bigger guys, right? That's why the media has so much hype behind Tank. But the guys were dehydrated, right? So I think those knockouts alone overrated Tank's power a bit. Where I'm like, I've seen him in fights where his power to me he has power, but to me it looked people are acting like has the same power that a prime Canelo had or a Wilder had and I'm like, no, I don't think in a fair fight where the guys aren't dehydrated and they're on the same level of Tank, I haven't seen that yet. I mean, we seen it once with Cruz and Cruz is a good shin, but I'm just saying, I think people overrate Tank's power. They do. I mean, he still has power, but it's not as crazy as people say it is.
But you're not prepared to fight it then way.
What does the dehydration have to do with anything?
Oh, dude, it makes you weaker. It makes your punch resistance weaker.
Yeah, it does have something.
But how is that anybody's fault? But the fighters agreed to that. That's an excuse, bro. It's an excuse. If you know you're gonna come in,
it's not an excuse. Look,
yes, it is, bro.
Wait, hold on. It could.
Hold on. Let me cook too. Hey,
because you don't say anything though.
Bro, if you know that dehydration, dehydration
affects
to the point where you're going to give somebody, you're going to turn a so-called power puncher into an actual power puncher, then you don't fucking accept that deal. At the end of the day,
and also there's a positive for the dehydration.
Again,
it comes to
Budo. Yeah, I heard your Budo. So Budo,
take it or you don't.
Okay, so Budo, you said absolutely nothing that you said nothing that matters. Okay,
that could be that matters, bro.
No, you didn't because you did.
That's all you gave an excuse. That's all you did. It was give an excuse.
No, and it doesn't matter if it's an excuse. It's a valid excuse. That doesn't make it wrong.
But also,
what does it make it wrong? Like guys are dehydrated. I mean, it's a well-known fact when you're dehydrated, your punch resistance goes down. Whether it's their fault or not, it doesn't matter.
It's also a well-known fact. But when
both of them come in dehydrated, bro.
No,
like,
but listen, Pearl, what
week,
he is saying is, how can we evaluate the knockout the same if the opponent is dehydrated?
Because both of them come in dehydrated, bro. Both of them. Yes, we can because they both come in.
Tank wasn't dehydrated. What are you talking about?
Tank's a big boy at that weight.
Bro,
I know what you're saying, but he's
yeah. Go ahead, North.
Well, Tank's. Listen, you've got to remember as well, a dehydrated fighter. I know what you're saying about dehydration, this, that, and the other. But if what you're saying is they're cutting weight to the point where they're massive at the weight when they come in, that's also a factor. Do you know what I mean? If you're big at the weight, you've got a good 5 rounds in you, even if you are dehydrated. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you, Norris, and I agree with you. It's a factor, but at the end of the day, both fighters are cognizant of that factor. Like it's literally the culture of boxing since they took away the fucking same day weigh-ins. Like they know
they're not really because so you gotta keep on. Are you drunk or? Are you drunk or something? You keep on interrupting.
Like you're coming with a fucking asterisk, like literally saying because of dehydration, bro.
Oh yeah, and that's a valid point because so anyway, so listen, can I? Okay, so you're
dehydrated, bro.
Okay.
No, but Pearl, listen, if Leo Santa Cruz had never gotten his fucking head blown up like that before, and then he goes in there against Tank dehydrated, that's something we can say. We can talk about that.
I don't even know if Leo even dehydrated. I mean, I know it's just, but no, I don't even.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even get that point, Marky. To be honest,
I'm not saying Leo was dehydrated.
Okay, yeah. So it's just an example. Okay. But anyways, okay, dude, chill out. Okay, look. So wait, hold on. Okay, look. Let me get the mic. Okay. Anyways, I was. Okay. Anyways, I was gonna say. So again, Ryan Garcia had a rehydration clause on him. So yeah, you're the bigger guy, but he couldn't even use it because he couldn't weigh above 10 pounds at a certain time. I forgot what time it was exactly.
Yeah,
Mario Barrios the same.
That wasn't on Tank Davis. That was a narrative.
Again, hold up. Wait, what? Wait, it was a narrative. No, it was in the contract.
No, it wasn't in the contract. It's the Nevada State Athletic Commission rehydration rules.
Okay. So it wasn't a contract.
What happened?
Okay, so it was in the contract.
You got to remember as well.
Wait, hold up. So the sanctioning
people have come in dehydrated.
Okay, look, the sanctioning rules are in the contract either way, so it doesn't really matter.
It's not a sanctioning rule.
You said it by the W what belt? It
was by the athletic commission.
Oh my bad. Okay, well even then, even all of the athletic commission rules are still in the contract. It doesn't really matter. But
I agree, it's a factor. But it's not as big of a factor as you're making it because everybody comes in dehydrated at them ways.
No, not really, because the guy couldn't weigh above 10 pounds in a certain time period, and that obviously affected his punch resistance. It's not even that. Right. It's the Mario Barrios guy. He was compromised too. Wait, dude, why are you screaming? Wait, dude, you screaming? Look, it doesn't matter. It does not. Again, it does not matter if he accepted it, okay? That does not matter. He still accepted it. And you fucking paid the price, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't stray away from the fact that he was dehydrated, and that plays a role in your punch resistance. Like, I don't care if Ryan was dumb enough to accept it.
It's on both fighters. It's on both fighters.
Who's saying that Tank it that way? He doesn't have to dehydrate as well. Like, I'm looking at it thinking it's just like a thing to throw out, like dehydration. Dehydration.
Oh, he was dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
But not at that extent. They don't. I mean, they're compromised. All I said was that Tank's biggest knockouts all have asterisk too because the guys he's knocking out were all fucking at 140 at least, at 147 we're all fucking dehydrated.
It's a factor, but it's not the reason why he got knocked down.
Both fighters are affected by that by the dehydration.
Tank was not affected by it.
Bro,
what I'm saying is it's a factor.
Oh, my bad, Norris. Go ahead.
But it's a factor, but it's certainly not the winning factor. The winning factor was that Tank stuck a shot on his chin that he couldn't recover from. And I know dehydration might be a small factor of that, but it's not.
I don't think it's a small factor.
It's not the be all and end all, is it? It's not what won him the fight, is it?
Yeah, and not only that, to go back to where this whole thing started. That's not why people view Tank's power that way. People view Tank's power that way because when he hits these motherfuckers, they lay flat on the ground.
They got the
because
shadow
they're all
around.
dehydrated. Because they're all
Put the
dehydrated.
fuck out.
It's not just because
They're
of
all
that, though, is it?
dehydrated. I'm sorry, they're all dehydrated.
Hey,
And
more
not
to it than
dehydrated.
that.
Spotted
Why
guys
is your
aren't even
tank
that
laying on the
good.
ground, bro, when
You
somebody
can't
touches
just
him?
discredit someone's
Okay.
talent.
When
Hold
Ryan
up.
hit
Too
Tank
many
in the
people.
chin,
Wait, hold up.
why
This.
didn't he go
Okay.
down, bro? Why didn't he go down? Tell
Too
me.
many people are talking. I can't hear you. Like.
Well, okay, Los, real quick question. When Ryan hit Tank square in the chin in the first 2 rounds, why didn't Tank go down?
Jesus Christ,
First of all, he
bro.
didn't really hit him in the
Calm
square
down.
chin, to be honest.
Oh
Yes,
my
he,
God.
bro, watch that fucking fight, bro. He's like, he clocked
No,
him
it wasn't
straight
that
on the-
square.
He got him
It
on the
wasn't
fucking
that
kisser
square
like
in the
3
chin.
times, bro.
No, I mean it hit Tank, but it wasn't square in the chin, like with
Bruh,
All I'm
look
getting
at
at
the
perfect
fight, bro. Look
technique.
at
I
the
don't know.
fight.
cannot.
At the end of
All
the
I'm
day, bro,
saying
you
is
got
you
him.
can't say that the whole reason that Garcia got beat was because of dehydration.
I
You
never
can't say
said.
that.
Well,
There's
hold
no
up. I
way.
never said. I never said the whole reason. No, I said is
I know, we
all
know
his
you did.
knockouts have asterisk too, and that's all the guys were
I know.
dehydrated, and that's going to play a substantial factor.
With your
I mean,
strong
again,
argument, yeah.
wait,
you
wait,
have
Small
asterisks.
factor, but it is a factor.
no, I don't think. I think it's a substantial factor. I don't think it's small. I think it's, I guess, a medium factor. You want to call it that? Not a big factor, but it's in the middle. Obviously,
Yeah, I
Tank
won't
is still
argue
more
over
skilled.
that. Yeah.
Casual talking points, bro.
You know what it is? At the end of the day, it's a fucking excuse. That's what it is. Because you
It could
signed
be
up
an
for it.
excuse, but it's still true. I don't.
You signed up for
It's
it.
an excuse,
You,
bro.
you signed
It
up
could
for
be an
it.
excuse,
That's
but it's
what
still
I mean.
true.
That's what I'm
Plain and
saying.
simple, mate.
The professional
Plain and
athletes
fucking
that know what
simple.
they're signing
Tired
up
of these
for.
dudes thinking they know boxing, bro.
Exactly right.
You don't know
They've got
boxing.
a team
You get every
behind
big
them.
fight wrong.
Yeah, bro.
There's a team behind them that have got
I mean, do you
nutritional
have an
plans,
original
everything
thought,
set up, ready
Los,
to go. And if they
or
didn't
no?
think they could do it, they wouldn't sign the contract.
I couldn't. Yeah, this guy was
Exactly
talking over
right,
you.
Norris.
Yeah, bro. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you could hear it or not, bro. You weren't gonna hear it anyway.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear because you kept on interrupting.
Bro, he's literally pretty much saying what I'm saying, bro. Like literally.
You're not saying anything, though. No,
What's the
I
difference?
wasn't. No, wait, hold up. I was this. No, I know. I didn't mean. I meant Norris, this Norris guy.
For lack of a better word, literally repeated what I told you, bro. That it's
No,
a
you're
factor.
no,
but
you're
it's not
saying no. You guys are talking about two different things.
Asterisk. All of his power has it's asterisk because all of his opponents be dehydrated. Fuck out of here.
No, that's not what Norris was
Really,
really
man.
saying. He was saying something else, and
Sign
I
up
couldn't
for,
hear him
like, a
because he kept on
boxing
talking
class,
over him.
bro.
But it's
Sign up for
fine.
a
Who
boxing
cares?
class, bro. Get a mentor, bro.
Can we move on? Because y'all just don't agree.
No, but I laid out, but like it's common sense though. Like it's obvious that Texas power is overrated. Like anybody can see it. You know, like it's obvious.
No, not anybody can see. You can
Yeah,
see
I think most people can see who knows what the fuck they're looking at.
I'm sorry, Marky. Is Tank's power overrated?
No.
No, but he's just saying okay, he's not that smart. He doesn't know what he's looking at. I mean, I'm talking to a panel full of people with are fucking dumbasses and don't know what they're fucking looking at. The guy's power's overrated. It's not that fucking impressive. It's not.
His boxing resume is overrated. Fine.
We don't know what
Because it gets cooked because the panel is full of a bunch of retards that don't know what the fuck they're looking at. You guys don't know what you're looking at when it comes to boxing. You don't. I actually train fighters. I can look at the nuances and all these fucking scenarios.
Los goes to the only panel with the 4 retards that all agree.
What about all the fucking trainers, all the Hall of Fame fighters that say Tank is
my wife is
what
calling
about them?
Oh, it's obvious. Tank. Wait, what? No, Tank has the most overrated resume in boxing. All of his knockouts have asterisk next to it, especially ones at 140, 147. You already saw him have a draw with a guy that fucking got embarrassed by O'Reilly. And I know we don't like to play the triangle theory too much. I don't either, but like sometimes it is kind of like it shows you it's a good way to gauge where certain fighters are at. And I'm just saying, come on, Miguel, I'm trying to draw with
the best way to lose an argument is to be rude.
If you want to
I'm
criticize him
just
as a
saying.
fighter, if you want to criticize his resume, that's fine. But we're just talking about evaluating the power.
Again, okay, but no, wait, but the resume is very important when you want to. The resume is very important when you want to engage the power too, though.
When he went up against Hector Garcia, that came up from 130 to 135, and he hit that motherfucker with a left hook, Hector Garcia had to say, I can't see. I can't do this. I'm done. I quit.
Yeah, that's Hector Garcia. Yeah, and nobody.
Yeah. So are you saying Tank's power wasn't real for him? That the blindness?
No, because so as you go to competition, it gets much harder to knock out guys, and that's like very obvious. I mean, all the boxing agrees on that, and I'm just saying, to me, Tank never really knocked out anybody that good.
Power's overrated. I've never.
It is overrated. I mean, I still think Tank has power, but it's not crazy. People act like it's a prime Canelo or a Wilder type of power where he just hit you once and you get knocked out. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think
it's that true. Mayweather to bed.
What?
A prime Canelo couldn't put an old Mayweather to bed. So
because that was skill, because Mayweather had a lot of skill. I mean, again, first of all, Canelo wasn't in his prime.
At least dislocated his fucking elbow.
First of all, Canelo wasn't really in his prime against Mayweather. I would say, to me, Canelo's prime was like 160 or 168, I would say. Like 168 especially. But that's when he was knocking out a lot of...
We've seen Triple G take that power.
Yeah,
we've seen...
Yeah, but again, that's... Okay, so that goes on... Hold up. So again, that's the trend I'm getting at. Is that Canelo Alvarez's power diminished when he fought top competition? Tank just hasn't done that yet. And until he does it, to me... The
last thing you lose is power. We all know that.
Again, no shit, dude. No fucking shit. Yeah, no shit. But what I'm saying is when Canelo started to fight top competition,
don't be rude,
his power went away a little bit.
And Tank,
again, I just want to see Tank consistently fight top guys. We'll see how good his power really is. That's when you'll see it. I mean, all the top guys he fought, I mean, at least at 140, they weren't even top guys. They're all fucking dehydrated. It's a bad way to gauge Tank's power. It's not really genuine, in my opinion. It's not accurate. It just isn't.
I don't think it's a good way to gauge him as a fighter. I think his power is spoken for. That's just me.
I've gauged you as a person, calling me a retard.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Because it's obvious, dude. I mean, look at his his resume and everything attached to his biggest knockouts. To me, it's just not impressive.
Never mind all that. Who are you calling a retard, you?
Again, you guys don't fucking see it. I mean, I feel sorry for you. I mean, you
don't
have the eye for boxing. I've trained in boxing for many years. To me, it's
one of the biggest punches in the sports. Got overrated power. I think
no. To me, no. I think that's false. I mean, you can still have. Wait, hold up. Both can be true at once. Wilder, to me, had crazy power, and even his power was a bit overrated by the fans to some extent.
What?
I think, yeah, it kind of was. Yeah, it was to an extent.
Yeah, well, maybe Wilder's power was slightly. I kind of, I think everyone at that weight can crack a bit, and his resume was a bit terrible.
Yeah, but
I don't think you can say the same for Tank.
Yeah, I can.
Because anyone that he fought that's been any good, you're discrediting them by saying that they were dehydrated.
Yeah, and I can do that because it's true. It's a valid excuse. Ryan literally couldn't weigh above 10.
Excuse, that's the point,
Ryan, no, it's a valid excuse.
Calling people retards.
Excuses are real. Like, it is what it is. People act like excuses don't pertain to boxing. No, it's real. Like, it's real. Like Ryan couldn't weigh above 10 pounds, I guess, past 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Or before 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. He couldn't rehydrate past 10 pounds. That's going to have an effect on him to make you weak. The same with Mario Barrios. It was in the contract. Whether you want to say it was by the belt or by the Athletic State Commission, it's a real fucking excuse. The guys were weak coming in. And then you want to talk about the guys who knocks out 135. You talk about Frank Martin, the guy that's had no experience, only fought 8 years. To me, it's a machine. You guys are gullible and you fucking fell for it. That's PBC does. You saw it taking a real fight once. It was against Cruz. Cruz, I was always saying this. He was a C-level fighter. The guy arguably lost to Giovanni, clearly got scooped by fucking Arroyo. If that is enough proof to you that shows that Tank is overrated to an extent,
I appreciate your opinion, but the problem with you is, mate, you don't appreciate anyone else's opinion. And when you feel like you're losing an argument, you start throwing out personal names.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just done with it because you just don't think Tank is good, and I respect that.
I mean, I think he's good for 135, but I'm just saying people calling him top 10, top 5. I think that's horseshit. I think I don't think that's true at all, to be honest. I think y'all just fall for it. I mean, it was the machine. It's obviously manufactured his career, obviously catered to.
I mean, it is, but
you can only go off what someone's record is and what they're doing. And if he's putting everyone to bed and looking good, you can only go off that. What you're saying is a bit of a fantasy land. Like, well, what if this and if he gets in with this guy? We can only rate him from what we've seen. And I've
already seen that. I've already seen that. I've already seen him in there with the C-level fighter, and you almost had to draw. Isaac Cruz, I'm talking about. Isaac Cruz, to me, never impressed. Even before he broke his hand,
everyone has a bit of an off night. 99% of the time, Tank shows up and puts on a good performance and puts them to sleep.
Yeah, big coincidence against guys that are either dehydrated or it's against guys that aren't that fucking good.
Yeah, and this is where we're at, Norris. Anytime we say anything that's good or supportive of Tank, he's gonna say that, and let's just leave
But
it at that.
it's the truth
Let's just
because
move on.
because I say it and you have nothing else to say. All you have to say is, you're making
I
excuses.
agree that it's a factor. But you won't admit that Tank's
What?
doing his job. You're like
Yes,
going,
it is job, but
he's
the difference I
overrated, he's
see,
rubbish.
the difference I see from my bad. The difference I see from Tank and all the other guys is being held to, and as far as the rankings in the top 10 pound for pound list. All the other guys in these lists all show that they're worth that pedigree because they beat in one or two top level guys and they face top guys consistently. Whereas Tank, it's just he doesn't do that.
I kind of agree with you. Definitely. Like, I think his career he could have done more in his career in the space of time. Like, people talking about him retiring. I was like, fucking hell, hang on. He's not really, I want to see him fight them all and clean up. But he's
that's the big
I kind of agree with you in that respect. But I don't think you can totally discredit his career by saying everyone he fought was a bum or dehydrated. I think that's a bit far-fetched.
I can. Because his standards are way too high.
Guy, bro. All of them are bums.
His standards are way too high, so of course I can. Listen, I wouldn't be doing this if he wasn't constantly held in top 10, top 5 pound for pound rankings. If that wasn't the case, and we all judged him accurately. 10. What?
I'd say top 10. Surely you would put him in the top 10. Surely.
No.
I think you're fanboying there, Norris.
No.
I think it's
top 10.
Clearly better. I could name 10 fighters clearly better right now than Tank. Top 15 to me, that seems a little more reasonable, but I would push it to top 20. I think that's where Tank belongs. But top 15, maybe you can make that argument. 14, 15 around there. But top 10 to me is laughable. I mean, that's a joke to me. And I mean, again, it's not all on resume.
I'm just thinking of 10 guys I would put in front of him. That's all. In my head sat here now. Crawford. There's a few others, but I would only say a handful of others.
Oh, actually,
from what he's shown.
Guys. Okay, Ioka, the smaller guy, Nakatani in the lower weights. You got Inoue's other brother. He's pretty good. I would have put Inoue's brother. Actually, I think okay. Actually, throw him out. So you got Ioka, Nakatani. You got Baron Rodriguez. I'll put him over fucking Tank any day. You got Inoue. That's already 4 people. Now we're going into the 126. To me, at 126, no, I don't think I'll put anybody above Tank at 126, 130. Not really 135. Yeah, I think Loma's better than Tank, so I'll put Tank above him. 140, maybe Teo, but not Red. To me, they're about the same. 147, no, not really. Crawford at 154, yeah, I'll put him. So that's 5 or 6. You got 160 to me, nobody really, in my opinion. 168, I would still put Canelo over Tank. He's just a much more smarter fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 175, you got 2 fighters, Bivol and Beterbiev. One cruiserweight, we got nobody, and then you got Usyk at heavyweight. So those guys are named are undoubtedly.
So, but he still makes top 10, doesn't he? Because you've named about 9 people there.
No, I named 10, but I was gonna. So those guys, wait, hold up. Those guys are undoubtedly better than Tank, in my opinion. It's not even debatable. Now I'm gonna bring in the guys who I think are debatable, which is Teo and all these other guys, Shakur and these guys, where I'm like, okay, I can make an argument. It's 50-50 either way. But I would edge it to Shakur or Teo that are better than Tank, right? But that's more so like edging, right? But those guys I just named, those 10 guys, to me, yeah, those guys are undoubtedly, I'll put them above Tank. And to me, it's not even debatable.
Well, sorry, I don't think I'm being rude. The argument I'm making is you couldn't go mental at someone for saying Tank's top 10 pound for pound. You couldn't go mad at them and go, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, because he probably is on a lot of people's things, and you can't really, like you say, there's a couple you may edge in front, and you don't really like Tank. So we're not saying you don't like him, but you don't half-rate him. So all I'm getting at is you're going mad like, oh, I can have this opinion because people are going on like he's top 10. Well, he probably is, isn't he? And you've just said it basically yourself.
No, I said I would pick 10 fighters undoubtedly, but if you want to put him 12, 13, 11 around there, yeah, it's crazy. Maybe I was over-exaggerating a little bit, but at the fringe level, to me, where I would have put him is around 15, 14. But if you want to put him around 10 or 11, I don't have an issue with it. But if you want to put him above the guys I mentioned, No, there's no way. Like the guys I mentioned first, I think they're in the top 10. They earned it. To me, I don't see it at all.
Yeah, I don't think I could overly disagree with that.
I mean,
Because
I'm just more
please, I'm not
impressed when I
like
watch
ball
guys like
riding
better.
Tank. I know he's swerved a few, and he's, do you know what I mean? And he's limited in his skill set, but the skill set he's got is a game changer, and it makes him top 10. You know, pound for pound in my eyes at the moment.
Yeah, I just don't see it. But
Well, we've just discussed it. You basically put him 11, so like, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No, but those 11, but the line has to stop somewhere, and I just can't see him above Beterbiev-Bivol and the other guys I named, Usyk, Canelo, and I named a whole lot of guys I'm not going to mention again. In a way, and bam, it's just to me, it's just no. And then you again, a part of my assessment is off the resume and the eye test. That's kind of what I go off of. Just like a lot of other things, like physicality and power, and I could just. He's never really impressed me, to be honest. He just hasn't. I mean, and we've seen it. I know you guys call it an off night, which it could be, but really, I mean, you got to draw with a guy who I would say is still a fighter in Cruz. It's just,
you're saying though that we're like uneducated fight fans, and we're
I never
not
said
seeing
that.
Yeah, you did.
I never said that.
You
No,
said,
I never said
we're
you're. I never
retards.
said you're
Yeah,
uneducated.
you did, bro. Come on, own
I
it,
never
bro.
said you're uneducated. First
Can
of all,
I have an apology for calling me a retard, please?
well, don't be so sensitive. I'm just fucking around, okay?
Good job I don't live in America, innit?
What?
Don't apologize to him,
Or
bro.
I'll be doing a raider.
Oh shit, man. That's
Who's
funny.
this? We can get Barrage on here. Yeah, where's Smoke at? Smoke hasn't been around lately.
I haven't seen him.
No, because he's always pretty entertaining. He makes a good. I don't know.
He's very entertaining.
Where's that Manteca guy at?
Oh, Tech? I don't know. He's fucking always around.
Manteca?
Well, right now, like fucking like there's like a war in the YTBC and shit, so they're probably going to fucking watch the fucking bloodbath and shit.
Don't make it like you don't know what the fuck's going on, Port. What are you talking about?
I know, right? He knows where people are at.
Don't make it like you don't know what the fuck's going on with Puppy Manteca. Come on, bro. You and your pro boxing training fucking outfit you got running there in Texas. Come on,
Papi Manteca's like your boyfriend, bro. You know who he is.
I mean, I haven't seen him around. I know he was on Black and Brown like a week ago, but I didn't really pay attention too much.
I don't even know who he is, bro.
He cooked you like fucking 5 days ago.
Says you?
Says everybody in the fucking panel and everybody in the comments.
Man, just because everybody says it don't make it true, bro.
There's no people agreeing with it.
Every bitch I've ever been with says I have a 12-foot cock, bro. It don't make it true.
I better put my teeth in quick. I'm sucking Tank off.
That's Benavidez's number one fan.
Oh, good. Listen, he's not. To be fair, I do half agree with this lad down here. I'm not totally disagreeing with what you say. Tank, in a way, yeah, you might be right. His resume might say he's a little bit overrated, but from what he's showing, you've got to admit he's pretty good to watch, isn't he? You know what I mean? And you'd probably put him in that top 15, top 10. But yeah, I get what you say. I do kind of. I'll agree to disagree with you, definitely.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. You know,
the sad part,
fan, bruh.
The sad part with Tank is we may never know how good he could have been. We may never know.
Wait, Carl, he retired already? He retired already or what?
No, but we don't. He's got to make these fights, Puro. That's the resume.
I 100% agree with you.
His resume hasn't looked any good since 2017, if I'm honest.
Well, what I'm hearing is that he wants to fight O'Reilly next. I'm hearing he's going to fight O'Reilly next.
He don't fight enough. I agree. You want to see him out regularly. You know, should be ripping through them divisions, but he's too small to go up. That's his problem.
I will admit this. Like he's way more popular than like his fucking activity would fucking make you believe in shit. You'd think he's fighting 4 times a year and shit.
Yeah, you know, and there is that to take in. I just can't. I can't just take the fact that he can crack a bit away from him. That's the only thing I'm struggling with. Is just because everyone's dehydrated and crap. I still think he catches you, you stay it. You know what I mean? But I do know what you're saying. The resume needs to pick up. He needs to fight more. He needs to clear out the division.
Yeah, Shakur comes in fully hydrated. Doesn't make him a better fighter. So I don't know what we're talking about here.
I'd pick. I mean, if they fight, I think Shakur beats Tank. I got Shakur beating Tank. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
you're
Shakur beating
funny,
Tank.
bro.
No, I mean
Okay,
it's
cool.
honest. I mean it's the truth. I mean
Okay,
people
you're
want to talk about
honest,
Shakur.
bro. Like, really? Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
I
here.
mean no. What I meant was I'm being honest. I'm not being a troll. Like I really think Shakur beats Tank.
Okay, all
But
right.
I was gonna say people give Shakur shit, and I give him shit too. But it's like when he fought that Dominican guy, Cruz, that was his name. Yeah. So
Which one?
when he fought the Dominican guy, remember he was like
Oh,
people Chris.
De La Santos. De La Santos.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Santos. So
Yeah.
yeah, like to me that performance was pretty bad. But I'm like Santos can do stuff Tank can't do, where he can cut distance super fast. He has good pendulums. He has good footwork. He can come forward really good, and he's long. So that's really tricky for Shakur, whereas Tank is short, he's stocky, he trips over his front foot when he wants to come forward. I think Shakur can be comfortable on the outside and still score shots. Where I think it will fit Shakur's stylistically more.
It's a
And
good
Shakur
fight.
has power. I mean, Shakur has underrated power. It's nothing crazy. I don't think he's a knockout Tank. Like he'd be quiet. So I don't think Shakur is a knockout Tank, but I think Shakur has enough power to keep Tank off of him.
Oh my
I was watching
god.
Frank Martin land great shots on Tank, but Frank has no fucking power. I'm like, I think Shakur, if he lands the shots Frank Martin was landing on Tank, I think that will scare Tank, and I think that will make Tank respect his power and not come
I
rush
think
in.
if Tank hits Shakur, he's gonna run like a bitch or lie on the canvas.
No, hold up.
Bro, Frank can box, bro.
So
Frank knows how to set up his shots, bro. Like
no, not
fucking
really.
Shakur.
Not really. No,
Shakur
not really.
literally fucking does like
No, so
bro.
Frank Martin doesn't know. So Frank Martin
Oh
doesn't
my
know how to.
god.
Okay, Frank Martin doesn't know how to move around the ring. He doesn't know how to do that. I mean, you see it in that fight. He had a hard time. Like he'll get trapped in corners really easily, and you know where to go. Shakur has enough experience to not get trapped in corners, and Shakur knows how to move uh, clockwise because that's what you do when you're fighting a southpaw. He knows how to move clockwise. He knows how to get off angles. He just has more experience. And he has more power to keep Tank off him. I want to go into a
Oh,
different area.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Fucking movement, like I'm just gonna on this one. It's like
no,
fucking
that's very
like
important. But
Shakur.
yeah,
Like
so I
you're
remember when I
sucking up Shakur too much, bro. Like
no,
literally,
I
he can
don't even
cut
like
off
Shakur.
distance like very faster than fucking Tank. If you can cut off distance, but you don't fucking go and attack the fighter and actually score points, how the fuck is that even relevant?
So again, if you be quiet. So Shakur can score on the outside because he has the reach advantage. He can be in his comfort zone because he's the bigger guy. That's why. I mean, that's why I brought up the Santos comparison because Santos makes Shakur look bad. But I'm like, well, Santos is very long, and that's gonna make Shakur uncomfortable. Because Shakur, to me, he always does his best when he has the reach advantage because he can do what he does best, and that's be a long distance pot shotter. And he's gonna be able to do that against Tank. So he's gonna be able to land and
And he's
get out
even
of
bad at
distance
that.
quicker. No, he's actually pretty good at it. I mean, I've seen
No,
him
he's
fight. I mean,
actually
let's
really
not
bad
lie
at it,
here.
bro. Bad at
Yo,
it.
no, let's not lie. Like, I know Shakur, like, I can't stand Shakur, but let's admit, he's pretty good at, like, when he wants to box from the outside, he's really good at it. I think with Shakur, he's
No, he's
bad
not.
Shakur's bad when he needs to come forward. Like, Shakur can't come forward. He sucks at it. But if he wants to stay from a distance, let's not lie here. He's pretty good at it. But I mean,
But
he's
you've
in
got
his
to,
comfort
let's not
zone when he
lie
fights
here
Tank.
either. You've
What?
got to remember there is that game changer. That game
There
changer's
is.
there all the time. The elephant in the room, the thing
Yeah,
that
I
you
mean,
call overrated, but it's always there, isn't it? And
I
you
mean,
know it, and I know it. If he catches Shakur Stevens on the bottom of his chin, it's good night. You know
no,
what I
yeah,
mean?
I mean, he
I believe
could,
so.
yeah. He could, yeah. I don't disagree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I would say Tank has a puncher's chance. There's nothing wrong with having a puncher's chance, but
Tank is
I
the
think
better
Shakur
boxer, has the
wins.
better footwork, has the better chin, has a better ring IQ, has like he literally in every
Has the
aspect
better
that
resume.
matters in boxing, he is superior to Shakur Stevenson.
No, I
That's
just
not even a
think
competitive fucking fight.
no, I just think stylistically, I think Shakur wins. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But it's just,
Everyone's
I
allowed
don't
their
know.
opinion.
Up to
I
this
don't know. That's
point,
crazy.
Shakur stylistically has imposed his style on fighters that he can do it to. He's not going to be able to do it to Tank.
I think I think he will. I think the type of fighter Shakur is, he needs like a threat big enough to bring the best out of him. That's kind of how I see Shakur, and that's how you see like his style. Those like very negative fighters that they're very negative, low output fighters. They do their best when you're a huge threat, right? Kind of like to me, it's kind of like Eddie's Landy Lada. That's how I saw Lada. or Rigondeaux, they would always look very like mediocre,
Very negative.
average.
Yeah.
So
Negative.
Proof's biggest threats did not bring the best out of him. So, okay, I know you're assuming that
No, they
that would bring
did.
the best out of him, but like the proof is in the pudding. Like I like the two of the biggest threats to him were Oscar Valdez and De Los Santos did not bring the best out of him.
But again, dude, you're not. So, well, look. Again, what I'm saying is it's an assumption, but to me, I'm willing to die on that assumption. I think my assumption will be true, and that is that usually negative fighters like Shakur always do their best when there's a offensive threat, and that's kind of how I see it.
Well, De Los Santos was an offensive threat, and it didn't do what you said. Like literally,
not
that's
really.
already happened. That already happened. What do you
No,
mean
but-
not really? What do you mean
No,
not really?
no.
You
I
say
said.
eye test and resume.
Hold up. I
Did
said.
he fight De Los Santos?
Okay, are you gonna keep on
Yes or
talking?
no?
I already heard you. Okay, I
No,
already
I'm
heard
asking
you.
a question. Did he fight De Los
Again,
Santos? Yes or no?
yeah. I said it's not the
Okay.
best comparison
So
because
that was a big
I drew the
offensive threat.
hold up.
Did
I
it
drew
bring
the
the best
difference
out
from
of him, yes or
Santos
no?
and Tank. I already told you the difference from Santos and Tank. That Shakur is going to be more comfortable against Tank because Tank's shorter, and Shakur likes to fight shorter guys because it benefits his style. What does Shakur do the best? He
Yeah, but it's never brought the best out of him, bro. What are you talking about?
I think it did, and I think it will.
Yeah, well,
It will, and I think it did. I mean, he did beat Santos.
I'm like talking to a wall, bro. Go ahead. Go on.
Now you're talking to a wall. You're not grasping what I'm laying out.
No,
What?
I grasp exactly what you're letting out, bro.
No, I couldn't hear.
But it's cool,
Carl.
bro. Fair enough, bro. You got your opinion, I got mine. Agree to disagree.
What was that?
Opinions
Carl?
are like our souls. We've all got one.
Shakur and had him running. What the fuck's Tank gonna do?
Well, so I don't think so. At the shot Santos landed, I don't think he's gonna land those shots that Santos landed because I think Santos, he's long. So and I think Santos cuts distance quicker than Tank does. And plus, I think Santos has better footwork when he's coming forward. That's one of the biggest flaws I see in Tank's game. That's why I don't give him that much respect because to me, I don't think he knows how to come forward. He's always tripping on his front foot when he's coming forward. I don't think he knows how to come forward and keep balance at the same time, kind of like Santos was. So I think with Tank, when he comes forward, I think Shakur will keep distance, pot shot, and then Tank will just be off balance when he comes forward. And to me, when you're doing that, you're playing into Shakur's game. Whereas, I mean, call Santos what you want. The guy's underrated. The guy's pretty good footwork. I mean, he knows how to cut distance. He has good pendulums. I would go out and say Santos has better footwork than Tank does when he comes forward.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
Tank's always off balance when he's coming forward. That's like the biggest flaw I see in his game. You see that against Frank Martin, but like Tank didn't show any skill against Frank Martin. He just put his guard up and just walked down the weaker guy that had no power and just like beat him down like he was a fucking Neanderthal. Like he had showed no skill that fight. Like if you want to talk about it, Frank Martin to me was outboxing Tank, but Tank just was the more superior guy physically and just decided to walk him down like a fucking Neanderthal. And just
All he remembers is that boxing Tank, and then he got knocked out. What happens? What's the reoccurring theme here? They all get knocked out.
That's why he was winning those scorecards when he knocked them out. That's why he was outboxing them so well, right?
Tank could do that. Again, that's the argument. So, okay, so Tank can do that against guys like Frank Martin, but he's not gonna be able to do that against guys like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson's big, strong, and he knows how to fucking box. And he has so fucking pedigree.
How the fuck does that even make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Tank can do that against Frank Martin, but he can't do that against Shakur.
What if a genuine question? What if they box at a weight where Shakur Stevens is dehydrated?
Shakur's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be dehydrated because they're both at 135. So I don't.
He's never been
dehydrated.
As soon as he became dehydrated,
by your theory,
sorry, brother, he moved up.
But by your theory, if they did have that fight at a lower weight and Tank did this and Tank did, managed to wangle a fight at a lower weight, would you say that the same would happen to him as the rest?
That if Tank fought Shakur and Shakur was dehydrated, would I?
So what I'm getting at is if Tank fights Shakur at a weight which favours Tank, do you see Tank knocking him out?
No. I mean, he could, but I would.
So dehydration is a core factor of it, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's the point I'm getting at.
But okay, so this is at 130. I mean,
In a
I
weight
guess
that
that we.
favours Tank, where Shakur's a little bit drained at the weight, it wouldn't make
Yeah,
that
I
big of
mean,
a difference, I don't think.
no, I mean, okay, so I think I would still put my money on Shakur, but I would be
There
less
you go. So
confident. But I would.
dehydration doesn't play that big of a
No, no.
factor.
So if let me finish, I was gonna say I would be more confident if he wasn't dehydrated. But I even think if dehydrated, Shakur probably beats Tank too. But I mean, how dehydrated are we talking? Like, are we talking about there's a clause that he can't weigh more than 10 pounds past or before 2 p.m.? I mean, what? I mean, 15 pounds, 10 pounds. I don't 8 pounds. I mean, they. I mean, if he's severely dehydrated, then of course I'll go with Tank. But I mean, we're talking 130, 135. I mean, what do you mean like? There's like a lot of things that come into play. I would assume you mean like this 130, and if that's the case, running at 130 right now, and Shakur's dehydrated, yeah, I might go with Tank probably. But if they're both on equal playing field, I think Shakur wins.
They're not
I
on an
mean,
equal playing field. They can't be
I
come
think
on.
if
I don't know. I might be wrong, and you might be right, but I just believe that these lads, even though you might call it dehydrated and they're struggling to make the weight, I believe that the professional athletes that can come in on that weight, and yeah, okay, they might not be at the 100%, but I don't think it's as big of a factor as you might be making it. But I mean, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. They might be dead on the feet by the time they get through the ropes, but I can't see a professional team putting a lad in a dangerous position where he's totally dehydrated and can't do anything, and he's just there to be knocked out.
they already
That's like the
did.
bit where I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, they
You
already
know the
did. I
sad
mean,
thing, brother, is that you're never gonna get to find out if like you know the
yeah,
dehydration or the skill or the distance it's gonna matter because they're never going to fight.
yeah, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why. Because
Yeah,
Tank,
because Shakur doesn't want those type of fights.
no, because Tank doesn't actually.
No, Shakur is the one that's
No,
been proven to literally
so what?
only fight dudes that he has an advantage against. Literally.
So does Tank.
Mm, really?
Yeah,
In what way?
experience.
Other than your like
That's one.
asterisk ways, like give me a legitimate way that he only
What?
fights dudes that have a disadvantage.
He's fighting guys that are totally inexperienced and they don't even belong in the same ring as him. Best
And when
example.
was the last time he
Recently,
fought somebody like that?
Frank Martin, a guy that only had eight
What are you
years
talking
of
about?
boxing
Talking about
experience.
Frank Martin. What are you talking about? He
Yeah,
had plenty of
yeah,
experience. Was he on
dude,
Tank Davis's level? No, of course not.
yeah,
But
and
no,
they
he
don't put,
definitely had the
yeah,
experience,
and
bro. And
no, no,
by
because
your
they
own
don't put Tank
logic,
in
like
50-50 fights.
he was outboxing him early, right?
No, because they
So
don't
right
put
there,
Tank in
right now, he proved he
50-50.
belonged. He
No,
proved he
not, no,
belonged in the
not
ring.
really, because boxing
No,
isn't just
no,
about
no,
skill;
no,
it's
no,
all about
bro.
physicality.
Like stop doing delusion, bro. Like you either
No, you're
believe in
being,
what you say or you don't.
but
It's
you don't
like,
let me talk though.
bruh,
I don't get it.
there's
Like,
no nuance in that, bruh.
yeah, there is. There's tons of
No,
nuance.
there isn't,
You just
bro.
can't grasp it.
You're
Yeah,
the
there
one
is.
that
And I
said
just
that
told you
Frank
boxing isn't
Martin
about
was
skill; it's also about
outboxing Tank
physicality too.
Davis the
Why do
first
you
two
always
rounds,
interrupt
bro.
me?
The
It's getting
beginning of the
fucking
fight.
annoying. Like,
We're losing
what?
rounds. What are you talking about? You interrupt me,
Yeah,
bro. So at
but
the end of the day, bro,
Tank.
like take the
Wait, hold.
tampon on and let's cook. Or bro, let's
That doesn't
go.
mean. Wait,
Or
hold up.
fucking
Tank.
go on
Okay,
mute,
Tank
jump off the
loses.
panel, or say I'm done, bro. Like I don't know,
Okay,
bro. What you
so
want me to
dude,
say,
what's
bro?
your?
We're
Okay,
both
you
interrupting
done?
each other, bro. You always
You done?
interrupt everybody. I always interrupt everybody. It is what it is.
Okay, you done.
So
So I
can
already
we
heard
move
your
on
take.
and let me fucking keep going?
No. Yeah. Okay. So,
No,
anyways,
okay,
Tank
well then,
always
bro,
loses
like then,
rounds against.
then you don't want to fucking have this debate, bro.
Okay.
Then what
So,
the fuck are
anyways,
you even on
Tank.
the panel for, bro?
Okay. So Tank always
Sensitive
loses
ass
close.
fucking trolls on this
Tank
fucking
always
YouTube,
loses
bro.
rounds in every fight. That's
Shit.
how he does. That's how he fights. He always takes his time. He always purposely loses the first 4 or 5 rounds in literally any fucking fight. That doesn't matter. Second of all, Frank Martin only had 9 years of fucking boxing experience. He started boxing at 19 years old, really, and he's 28 years old when he's fighting Tank. That to me shows a team that has no confidence in Tank and they're scared to put him against top guys. When Tank and Loma were supposed to fight in 2018, 2019, Tank's team was scared. Tank's team only showed urgency to fight Loma when Loma is 36 years old, going to be 37 years old. That's so to me. That's the only time Tank's team wanted to fight Loma. They had no urgency to fight Loma back when the fight should have happened. They have no confidence in Tank. It's fucking obvious. Okay, and
Bro,
Tank
bro, they,
Tank
they
has
never wanted to
advantage.
fight Loma, bro. Like, did the fight happen? Did the fight get signed? Is he fighting Loma? No, he isn't.
I mean, his team only showed urgency when Loma is already past his prime
When
now.
did they
He didn't
show
have that same
urgency? When
urgency
was the
back in
contract
2018,
ever sent,
2019.
bro?
Yeah, but his team
Urgency
should have
was
sent.
never fucking made for that fight.
Yeah, and I wonder why because they knew Tank wouldn't have won.
You wonder why? Okay, I wonder why as well. Like we've already made that point. Yeah, like Tank has been lacking on the resume end. Yeah, of course. Like fucking
because the
Norris
team,
has
yeah,
said
because the
that.
team,
Carl has said that. I've said that.
yeah, and there's a
That's
reason
clear as
why,
day.
and there's a reason
But
why.
you would admit that Tank's got a better resume than Shakur Stevens, obviously.
Let me think about it for a second. Yeah,
That's a hard one. I think Norris. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I mean it's close, but I would edge it to I don't know to be honest. No, because I don't think Tank has fought anybody as good as that Santos guy that Shakur fought.
Oh my god, bro! Like Jose
Yeah.
Pedraza is way better than that motherfucker.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's not even a debate, bro.
No, I mean it's. I mean I think it's debatable. I think it's debatable, but I think I'll pick Santos at the time.
Debatable. Yeah, we can debate fucking if water's wet, bro. It doesn't mean it's fucking.
No, well, hold on, because I was gonna bring up that when Pedraza fought Tank, Pedraza to me wasn't in. He wasn't at his peak when he fought Tank. To me, Pedraza was in his peak around 2019, 2018. That's when he started to become like, like his peak, his prime.
I just think that you're discrediting the Garcia, this, that, and the other, like dehydration, or they weren't at the right time.
But it's there. I mean, you can't ignore it. I mean,
well, you can't ignore that he keeps knocking them all out either.
I mean, Ryan is there. I mean, you can call Ryan a dumbass for taking it, but it's just. I mean, when you're dehydrated, your punch resistance goes down. It is what it is. His biggest knockouts, they're all dehydrated, and if they're not, they're fighting guys like Frank Martin who only have 8 years of fucking boxing experience. You can hold Tank to this high regard, and I
don't. I just think that you're definitely underestimating.
I don't underestimate him.
Thanks.
I just think Shakur beats him. What's wrong with that? Guy.
The eye test don't have a
guy that's wrong on every big fight. Didn't you pick Valdez?
What are you talking about,
That was like
bro?
the most obvious fight.
Fucking great, bro. My record is great, bro. Go to Shadow.
No, dude, I remember you from years ago.
Go to HBO's channel. My record is great. The only big
fight with fucking undercards.
That's Shakur, bro. That's the only
with undercards.
Fight I lost. Bro,
with undercards. Anybody can look good when you're just choosing undercards all the time. Every big 50-50 fight, you always get it wrong.
What are you talking about?
Now what I remember, you fucking picked Valdez to beat Shakur. That was the dumbest pick.
Yeah, exactly. That was the only big fight I lost.
No, Bivol Canelo.
Even Shakur agreed with me. He's like, I don't know why the fuck I'm 4-1 a fucking favorite.
Of
but at the
course,
end of the day, bro, everybody picks wrong, bro. You don't pick all of them, right?
Again, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying that why should we listen to you if you get allow the big fights wrong?
I got the ticket stub for the fucking Crawford fight that or Pitbull fight that I just went to that I paid with the winnings of the Tavern, Haney, and Ryan Garcia fight, motherfucker.
Okay, that's what one fight. I remember you from years ago. You get every big fight wrong.
I got my mortgage payment stub from the money I made from Jermel and Castano, motherfucker. Pick the exact round.
I think
you can do that. I don't. This is like a way you're bad at fucking picking fights.
Like fucking half of my winnings that I got on the Rio fucking Colbert fight. Another fucking round I fucking picked. So at the end of the day, bro, like
you're only choosing 3 fights. That's it.
I lost a grip on that one fight. Yeah, I lost a G-ball, but at the end of the day, I won on the poker table and craps. So shit, I didn't lose shit.
Yeah, I doubt it.
But fuck it, I don't like to lose a bet. Like that's the pride in me. But bro, you ain't keeping track, bro. Man, my record's good.
What? You only named like 3 fights. I can pull out random 3 fights. I got.
Well, you're the Oracle, then, aren't
you? You literally want me to go down the whole list, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm just saying. I mean, you can. Anybody can name 3 fights. I don't really care.
You know what you should do? You should do professional boxing betting if you know them all.
I didn't say I know them all. I never said that.
He said I don't pick a loser.
He says he's in the gym and he's top.
No. First of all I said was that I remember Puto from the past, and he would pick. Like, he would get every big fight wrong in the past, and I was just like, we were all just astounded. We were like,
I know, I got fights wrong, but every fucking fight, bro, get the fuck out of here.
I know, I mean, again, I agree with you. Like, getting fights wrong, it doesn't mean it much, but I'm just saying, like, when you pick Valdez to beat Shakur, I'm just like, I don't know. I do have to question your boxing knowledge a bit. Like, really?
Well, yeah, you question my boxing knowledge because you have none, bro. Los, we all know you're a troll, bro. Like, yeah, sometimes when you like literally turn off the troll switch, yeah, you actually have some rational thought when it comes to boxing. But like, bruh, like 98% of the time you're on bullshit, bruh. So at the end of the day, I like to cook, bruh. So I'll troll with.
You're not cooking though. You're not cooking though. I don't get it. Like all I said.
2%, bruh.
Again, so wait, hold on.
At the end of the day, bruh, like,
what?
Bruh, You know,
Hold up, so
like
I'm
your
getting cooked
opinion
because
just it's your
I think
opinion.
Shakur beats Tank, and that to
No, bro,
y'all
no,
is just
no.
me
All
trolling.
the fucking other little dumb arguments about Tank and about like, oh, he has an asterisk because of this that, and the other. Bro,
He does though. I don't know how that's trolling. It's like he
literally,
does.
I don't think I've
Like,
ever
dude,
heard you have your own original thought. You literally just parrot what everybody else says.
who else says that? I don't. Who says that?
Everybody, like, you think you're the first
Who?
person to say like his
No, I
power is
don't think I am,
overrated just
bro.
because he fucking hydrates everybody, bro?
I want you to name who I
Really?
parrot. Who?
Really?
Yeah, who do I parrot? I want to know who I parrot. I don't think
Well,
I
you
did.
said
All the
earlier
narratives,
that
bro. All the narratives.
you said earlier that we are following this narrative, but everyone who knows boxing agrees with you. So that's what we
yeah. Everybody that knows boxing knows that Tank's overrated, but I don't think they like break down the
everyone
reasons
who
why they
knows
break
boxing
down the
knows
dehydration and
overrated.
all
Did you
that.
say?
I think all the people that have boxed before and they know actual technique knows that Tank's technique isn't that fucking good. His
Oh,
footwork
now
to
you
me
have to
sucks.
box before. Now you got to put the gloves on to know what you're talking about. Okay.
To an
Yeah, I
extent,
never heard
yeah,
that
it
one
would make it
before,
easier.
fucking Lowe's. I never heard that one before. Fuck out of here. But
It
whatever,
makes it a
bro.
lot
Cookie
easier
like
to see
always,
it.
bro. Checkmate. Peace.
Ah, is he gone?
No, I guess he's I don't know, he got mad or something.
We lost Perot.
No, I think he had a
Look.
few valid points. Definitely, I think he had a few valid points, and I think you do, but you get a bit carried away. I think you're getting a bit carried
I
away
don't
with.
think I carried away. I think time will tell. And I mean, if you think I'm wrong, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But I'm
Well,
just saying time will tell.
we've discussed that you probably reckon, you've really pushed the boat out to make out he wasn't in the top 10, but you basically admitted he probably is top 10 pound for pound.
No, because
When
I
I
think there's a
mentioned
very thick.
Garcia's name, you went, yeah, you do Garcia. Teofimo, yeah, maybe, probably. So you half understand that Tank's a bit legit. I'm not saying he's the best ever pound for pound number one, but you've got to appreciate that he's not overrated. I wouldn't say he was like terribly
I would say,
overrated.
I mean, I would, but
Well, what we've discussed makes him overrated. I'm not saying that he's got like crazy technique. He beat anybody. I'm just saying he's damn good and he's got power.
yeah, what I'm saying is more so geared towards because I know I mean, you're not American, so in America, people act like Tank is like pound for pound a top five fighter, top three, top five. I hear this every day. So to me, I think that's laughable. I don't even have him in my top 10. And this is, people like right now, I think Shakur beats Tank. And everybody think I'm crazy for thinking that. That alone shows how overrated Tank is, where I'm like, if I think another guy
I
who's
don't
as
think it's
skilled as
crazy.
Shakur. No, okay, not you, but Buddha was, and I've been in other panels with Americans, and they think I'm crazy for picking Shakur. And that should tell you that, yeah, Tank is a bit overrated. When I pick a guy that I think it's a 50-50 fight,
I think
and
he'd
they
be
call
odds
me
on
crazy.
favourite in that fight, though. Surely,
What?
I think if the odd make it, so the guys that do the odds are pretty intelligent guys. I would say so. They're there to make money, and I reckon if that fight was made, Tank would be odds on favourite.
Yeah, he would, but to call me crazy
So
for picking
for
Shakur
you
to
to
me,
say that
that's
it's like a ridiculous statement that somebody would think that Tank would win.
no. I mean, I don't, like I said, I think Tank could knock out Shakur. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. To me, it's 50-50, but I think Shakur wins. I think Shakur withstands um, the I guess the knockout chance that Tank has, and then you'll win a decision.
That's where I got to disagree. I don't think
I
Shakur's got a
mean, you can
chin. I think
disagree, but we're
I
not
just
going to
don't think.
know.
Hang on, just let me say something, mate. I haven't said fuck all, so just shut the fuck up and let me speak.
We're not
Um,
going to know. I don't.
Shakur just doesn't want to engage. When Shakur feels a bit of power on his chin, mate, he just disengages and goes into that amateur Olympic mode where he just wants to hit and not get hit and just fucking hit, maybe get 3 punches around. And that's. I
Yeah,
don't think
but
that's going to work. I mean,
That's why
Tank
Tank's
loses.
favourite.
it is going to work. It is going to work because he can do that against Tank because he has reach advantage over Tank and he can score
So did a
shots
lot of
on the
other people.
outside. Huh?
So did a
What?
lot
I
of other
know.
people. A
Yeah, but
lot
they're
of
not as good as okay, but they're not as good as Shakur is at boxing the outside.
I agree. Shakur is elitely skilled on the outside. And
Yeah,
defensive,
so
I don't think there's a better defensive boxer in the sport.
yeah, and like people bring up the Santos fight because that's like probably Shakur's worst performance, I would say. But even then, Santos is long and it was just an awkward fight. Like I think Shakur is one dimensional. I would agree on that. He's very one dimensional, but at that one dimension, he's a master at it. And I just think Tank to me, Tank has no creativity when he wants to come forward. I feel like his footwork is bad when he comes forward. And I just think Shakur will just win. I think stylistically it just favors Shakur, and I think I mean, I would acknowledge he's an underdog, but I think he wins it.
I think the only reason I would probably edge Tank is what we were talking about earlier, and that's the only reason I would. It is probably a 50-50 fight when Shakur has a few more and he builds the clock, because they'll build him up, won't they, for that? But the one factor there is that Tank kind of lets you come forward, lets you have your way, lets you get engaged, and then all of a sudden he like lures you in. That's his thing, isn't it? You know, the trap,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the reason.
That's my point.
Sorry, go on, mate.
Norris, that's exactly my point about fucking Tank being a master at setting traps. He loses the fights until he doesn't.
That's it. And that's what I've seen him do time and time again. And all I've seen from Shakur Stevens is back foot.
He's just got the leveler. He's just got the equaliser. And some dudes have it, some dudes don't, mate. And Tank's got it. I'm not a Tank fan. I think Tank, his best year was 2017 when he beat Pedraza. I think that's his best win on his resume. I don't think anything he's done compares remotely and an iota to what he did in 2017 against Pedraza.
He's a slow
I think
starter.
This Tank we're getting now is the type of guy that we'll never know how good he could. I know it's not the end of his career, but I mean, Tank doesn't fight champions. I mean, we all know that. Tank fights prospects and, guys that are on the fringe of making a top 10, but Tank hasn't done anything like fight a champion since 2017. So that's the one problem I got with Tank. And you know what, mate? That's going to be a blemish on his record for the rest of his life. I mean, when boxing's all said and done for him, it's going to be the woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
He could have been the best in the world. People will say he's the best in the world. I'll never say he's the best in the world because we'll never fucking know.
Yeah, I'm from that world they've shown me. Yeah, and if he's not showing,
but I just from what I see, man, and that equaliser that dude has, I just think he's the fucking goods.
That weight as well, that smaller weight.
Yeah, mate, he's got to stay at 135. I think 135 is his weight.
Yeah, he's not going any bigger than that.
Nah, I don't think 140 is any good for him.
No, he's not big enough. He's not big enough. Like you say, the power might carry, but he definitely wouldn't be able to mix it with them big, tall, lanky, rangy, keeping it on the outside. He'd lose 4 or 5 rounds before he even got going, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think a Teo fight would be good. I think, depending on which version of Teo we got, I think that'd be a good fight. But this is the problem I got with Tank. Tank is a low risk, high reward fighter. Tank's just a pay-per-view seller. He's a showcase fighter, and he's all about the business. He's all about the money. That's all he cares about is making that money. More money, more money, more money. He don't give a fuck who he faces. He could face 50 cab drivers. As long as he's selling pay-per-views, he's happy.
Yeah, he's a bit of a rat, isn't he?
Yeah.
He wants that money.
Oh, it must be hard to be a Tank fan, bro. It really must be hard to be a Tank fan because every fight he makes, look, who the fuck saw this Frank Martin fight coming? Let's be honest. Who honestly thought Tank would fight Frank Martin? I certainly fucking didn't. And then what happens is Tank wins a fight, and then we get all these champions and belt holders get on fucking social media and offer him out and want to fight him, and then Tank will just go and fight another prospect. It'll just be prospect after fucking can, and people are happy with that. Personally,
and that's why you can't put him in the same sentence as Crawford, because Crawford just time and time again stayed busy. You cannot put Tank, and I agree with this lad on that respect. You know what I mean? The resume could definitely be better, definitely.
100%. And that'll be a question mark on it for when boxing's all said and done, and you got nothing to look back on but your resume. I mean, you look at guys like fucking Lennox Lewis and Haglers and Durans and Sugar Ray Leonards and the
only ones you remember, because the rest didn't fight the people they should have done.
Well, you look at Lennox Lewis's resume, bro. I think that's arguably one of the best resumes in heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree on that. I think I would. I think Ali's up there, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's close. I think Lennox was better than Ali was, but I want to say also, Norris is good profile pic you got was Tex Cobb.
Yeah, Tex Cobb, mate.
Yeah,
Good shout. You spotted it.
Yeah, I remember I watched this documentary. Yeah, like a mini documentary on YouTube. It was pretty cool.
A real tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Been a good chat though.
Lenny.
Listen, I'm going to shoot off. It's fucking late here. But thanks for the chat anyway. Appreciated it. Even though it got heated, I enjoyed it.
No, it's fine, man. It's okay, Nares. I apologize for what I did earlier. I didn't.
Oh, you're all right, man. No, listen, I just get if somebody insults me when I'm not insulting them, I think that it's a way of losing an argument. So I was trying to save your ass by don't be too insulting because you're doing all right.
Yeah, my fault, man. I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're right, man. Listen, I've enjoyed the chat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
right,
peace out, Carl. Cheers for having me on,
Hey,
brother.
take it easy, Norris. Thanks for stopping in, bro.
God bless you all. See you in a bit.
Yeah, take care, man.
Yeah, so just.
Hey, Paul, what do you think? What do you think of this Bivol Beterbiev card and this Turkey Yellow Sheik putting on the best cards? And what do you think of this card?
Well, so this card in particular, I do know that Shakur and Cordina is at the co-main.
Yep.
Okay, so if that's the case, I think it's not a big fan of that fight, but it's better than nothing. Who else is on that card? Bivol Beterbiev card. Who's on the
Joy Apatow and Jack Massey.
Okay, I like that fight. I think it's a decent card. Could have been better, but I think Bivol Beterbiev.
I think outside of the main event, I think it's a showcase event. I mean, Apatow is going to fuck Massey up. Massey's not even a top 10 cruiserweight. But, I mean, Apatow is struggling to get opponents. I get that. But, I mean, a guy like Chris Billum-Smith would have been offered life-changing money to make a fight with Joy Apatow, and he won't take the fight.
Yeah, I think this card might be the worst undercard at least, that Turkey's going to put on. But I think it'll be worth it, though, on the main event, because Beterbiev and Bivol, that's like the best fight you can have in boxing. So, I wonder why Shakur fell out. I got Bivol. I just feel like Beterbiev has had too many injuries and just old, and I always thought Bivol would win. I respect Beterbiev a lot, but I think Bivol's speed at that weight, this is too much. I mean, the guy is super fast for a 175-pounder. I feel like his power will be enough to keep Beterbiev off him, and he's accurate enough. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Beterbiev knocks out Bivol. I mean, Beterbiev is really
I
good.
got Beterbiev. Mad chat hate me for it, but I got Beterbiev, man. You know how long I've been hearing this Beterbiev's getting old and he's injured story for? Do you know how many years I've been hearing this since the Joe Smith Jr. fight, bro? That he's too old. And I just think, I don't know, man. He's just got that will and tenacity, and he takes a lot of shots. That's his style. He's a come forward fighter. He's kind of got a bit of Mexican style about him. And I think Bivol's not a fully defensive fighter. Bivol, I think, is probably the most gifted all-round boxer there is in boxing. I think that dude has got a bit of everything. He can come forward. He can fight in the pocket. He can keep it long. He's got brilliant defense. But I just think Beterbiev even if he's hitting you to the biceps and the fucking shoulders, and I just think he wears you down, and then he just beats you the fuck up.
So like what I see from Bivol, like one of his weaknesses is Bivol doesn't have much weaknesses, but I see kind of one, and that's like he's open for overhand rights when he comes in with the jab. I seen it like how Joe Smith hurt Bivol with an overhand right, and I'm just saying that's Beterbiev. I mean, you don't want to be getting hit, but Beterbiev with an overhand right, and I think Beterbiev has a good timing, and I've seen Beterbiev counter with overhand rights pretty good. So like I said, I picked Bivol to win, but like this scenario of Beterbiev knocking out Bivol, I think is like realistic, and I think should be considered. But if I were a betting man, I'll put the money on Bivol. But to me, if you got Beterbiev winning by knockout, I can see that totally.
Yeah, I just see more paths to victory for Beterbiev than I do for Bivol. I mean, I know Bivol's and I could be totally wrong. Hey, I've been wrong.
No, that's a good argument. It is because Beterbiev.
These two styles that I think they match up beautifully, man. And it's a fight we've been wanting for fucking years. And Mauricio Suleiman pulled some shit saying, Russia can't fight for the WBC belt because of the war in Russia. Like, that's got nothing to do with fighters, man. That's just a political stance. And I think that was all a load of bullshit. And I'm just glad the fight's happening, man. I'm just glad the fight's happening.
And fucking Beterbiev to me could be the best fighter at cutting off the ring. I don't think there's a fighter today that cuts off the ring better than Beterbiev does. So it's like I agree with you that there's more paths to victory for Beterbiev to win, right? Like there is, like he can knock you out.
Yeah.
I could see him. I could see a scenario where he boxes with Bivol and he could get the better of him because of his power will kind of let him. But I'm still picking Bivol, but I agree with you. There's more ways for Beterbiev to win. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
So
just the volume and the sting he puts on him, man. Like what he did to Anthony Yard, fucking, he was in a dogfight with him until he just beat the motherfucker up. And I just, I don't know. I might be a little bit fucking, bit biased towards Beterbiev, but I just think he's going to win. I know, but Bivol, I take nothing away from that dude, man. The performance he put on Canelo was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
And I didn't see that coming, to be honest. But I tell you what, if Beterbiev wins, man, and becomes undisputed at light heavyweight, I'd love to see the next fight being Canelo. I would love to see that Canelo.
Canelo will never take it. Never. That guy.
No, I don't think so either. But it'd be good for one last mega fight for him, and fucking then he go and fight Jake Paul.
Do you think
he's kind of not doing nothing for me at the moment? I wish he'd just drop the belts and just go to fucking,
No, I agree.
do these tournaments, these fucking showcase events or whatever you want to call them.
Do you think like the winner of this Bivol Beterbiev fight? Do you think they'll fight David Benavidez since like that's kind of what Turkey's kind of wants? Like I
think Canelo will jump the queue, man. If Canelo wants it, he'll jump the queue for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he will. But like for like Beterbiev, right? Like if Beterbiev wins, like fighting Benavidez has like a lot of like it's a lot of benefits because it's a huge fight in America. A lot of Mexican fans like Benavidez. I think Beterbiev or Bivol does like good numbers, like better than you would expect. Like
I think so too. I think it would, and I think Benavidez needs to create his own sort of legacy fight, and he could do that with a Bivol or a Beterbiev. He needs a dance partner, mate. And Canelo's not the dance partner. Canelo doesn't want to fight him. So I think Benavidez has got to go out on his own and get his own dance partner. And I think Bivol or Beterbiev could be that, man. I tell you what, if he can beat one of them, man, fuck me, I'll be on Mirage's fucking coattails. I tell you, because I don't know. I think both those guys school the absolute fuck out of Benavidez.
No, yeah, I agree. I think they beat Benavidez, but yeah. No, I agree.
But I just think Benavidez, you can't do what fucking Boo Boo did, bro. You can't sit around and waste your whole career expecting a Canelo fight. You can't do that. You got to go after him, and you need a dance partner. Everyone had dance partners, mate. 2 secs, bro.
Berlanga has a lot of holes in his game. I think people aren't. I mean, it's a cherry pick, but I think let's be real here. Like, put yourself in Canelo's shoes. Are you gonna train that hard for somebody as bad as Berlanga? Like, let's kind of be real here. Like, if I'm Canelo Alvarez, this is like the easiest fight of my career. Possibly or Rocky Fielding and Julio, but I don't even think he trained hard for Rocky Fielding. I'm just saying, what if Canelo just doesn't take Berlanga, takes him lightly and just gets fucking knocked out? Again, I got Berlanga winning, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, the guy's getting old, like 34 years old. He can't, his knees always buckle. He can't walk correctly. He's slow. I mean, call me crazy, but and also Berlanga. See, the thing about Berlanga is he does bad against movers because he has horrible footwork, but Canelo doesn't move. So Berlanga is there to generate all this power because he's planted. His feet are planted, right? You watch that Steve Rolls fight, and the other guys that arguably beat Berlanga. They all used lateral movement. Even that Argentinian guy that fought Berlanga on that Fury Wilder undercard. That was the first fight where we saw him get exposed, I believe, or was that the Rolls fight? I think that was the first fight. I think the Rolls fight was after that one, but the point is, Berlanga does horrible against fucking lateral movement. But I noticed when like he's fighting a guy who like is there and stands in the middle. Berlanga has all the fucking time in the world to generate power, and to me, that's when he's the most dangerous. I mean, you can't. I mean, Berlanga hits hard. He does. I mean, let's not ignore that. He obviously has fucking power, and you could hear it. It's just that he has horrible balance, and he can't generate that power efficiently when he's fighting movers. Right? He doesn't know how to keep his balance when he's moving forward. So I don't know. I mean, I think Canelo still knocks out Berlanga, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're Canelo. You're the biggest name in boxing. Why the fuck would you train versus Berlanga? He's not. Canelo to me seems unmotivated. I think he's lost his drive. That's why he's fighting guys like Berlanga, and he's gonna fight Skull next. Or that's why he's proud of that. He was fighting fucking John Ryder and little 154 pounders and coming up and just saying. But